My bad. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Ooh, child. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, honey. I'm not gonna be on this subject long, um, because I do want to do my recaps. If I don't do them today, we will do them. I know they have to be done because we got a lot to discuss with these recaps. Um, Good morning. So let's get into what happened yesterday. Let's I finally watched the video. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I watched it. I'm trying to think how we should do it. Good morning, sis. I want to say this. I don't know who should I start with. We'll save the wife for last. Let's get into the sisters real quick. Let's get into how they played a part and how I feel like they played a part in some type of way of deviance for her, but it still didn't do anything. Good morning. And the reason why I say it didn't do anything is because I want y'all to think about it. I feel like only one sister, and we've talked about this before, one sister was sincere about that shit. The rest of the sisters was playing. I'ma say this. I feel like the motherfuckers want to get back except for Danielle. And I feel like that's just what it was and they left it and be what it be. And I say that because of the fact was Olivia do a lot of running her motherfucking mouth. Olivia don't know how you know how people say if you a side chick you get more if you shut the fuck up. That's Olivia. That's Olivia. And if she never would have said anything, this would have been kept going. Do I think it happened in October? I don't think so. I think it was before that. I'm gonna tell you why. She didn't say October last year. She just said October. And I want y'all to remember, Olivia don't get no date. Let me explain something. I knew this was coming. I'm gonna tell you why. I said this last night. I said Olivia did that shit because remember when she was sitting outside, nobody wants to talk to me. Everybody wants to be fake. I don't have a support system here. And she wanted people to support Hey Silver Moon, the bullshit of still sleeping behind that girl back. Because I believe that somebody, you stand in that woman's house, but you got animosity towards her, and you ain't even asked her how the relationship motherfucking started with them two. You didn't ask at all. So for you to sit here and then for us to see a clarify, confirm getting a clarifying and confirming that it's you love my brother, bitch. That hoe don't love that motherfucking thing. Let me tell y'all something. We gonna say this: your family can be your worst enemy, and I want y'all to take away from that. Your family can also be your worst enemy. For them to want to see their brother down bad and in the slumps mean that it was something they were getting out of it, and with Nisha, they cannot get out of it anymore, especially Danielle. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, everybody coming in, especially Danielle. Because dealing with when you have family like that, who say you need friends? Think about it. You want your brother back there for what? And he got to think better of himself and look at where he at in life too. Because I believe good morning. We gotta think of where he at too. Because he has been doing great without this woman. He need to stay right the hell he at. If he go back to her, that is backtracking in the bullshit and being bad looking stank, funky, unkept, not worth shit, and looking sad. You have elevated yourself. You brought your credit is good. All she gonna do is fuck up your credit. If she can't fuck up Stella credit, she done ran Stella credit through the goddamn mud and shot that shit to hell. She is known for fake text messages, but I said that to be before. Because when I watched it, you can tell, I want y'all to tell, if you watched it, you know when she closed her eyes, looking like the what you call it from X-Men, like she got superpowers of memory. And she squints over, that means she be fucking lying. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim was. Okay, thank you, sis, for that. I'm confused on why Danielle had Nisha too. So I feel like Kim is really I mean, I feel like they the enemy. I feel like they want it because I feel like she said it's from November, December. But you know what? You right though. I think she lied about last year, y'all, because not that she did switch up and say November and December. But I think they hate Nisha because with Olivia, it's like misery love company, right? I can sit here and talk about somebody all day and you my family, but I like to see you down because it give me something to fuel to my fire. I don't feel like, to me, I want to be honest, I don't feel like they feel like best interest at his heart. I don't. I don't feel like it's the best interest. I don't. And I'm going to tell y'all why. I feel like they losing their brother and they didn't gain somebody that's actually could have been on their side. Because Olivia, it was easy to hate her. It was easy to have that toxicity. It was easy for that. Now, me personally, I think Nisha wanted her lip back. Niecy, I'm sorry, wanted her lip back. Hey, darling. But Teresa saying that something sure I think, my bad. Yeah, they straddling the fence because right, that's how I'm feeling too. And I hate to say that. I want to say this, y'all. I really want to be honest. They like the shit. Yeah, I don't think she lying about the text messages. Certain now, the dates of the text message she probably lied about. But talking to the sisters, I don't think she lied about. And the reason why, because Olivia is upset because she is in Olivia wants this trophy of, yeah. Y'all know he still fuck with me. I gotta do my love doing lockup. If y'all remember last week we did love doing lockup, right? The week before last. And I told y'all, if y'all been watching the show, I want y'all to go watch that show. How it's a new couple, I forgot their names. But I know his name is Zay. But Zay's sisters and the ex-girlfriend been broke up. But Zay's sisters is still fucking with the ex-girlfriend because of the thing is, but no, Shami, just because we say certain things she not lying about don't mean we like her. And I want y'all to understand, you don't gotta like a motherfucker not to be like, she gotta be telling some truth. You ain't gotta like them. But you gotta call that shit. Hey, listen, she could be because she in her motherfucking feelings. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean we like the bitch. I still never liked the bitch. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Okay. Yeah, they went to Robin's party. Right. And then I want y'all to think about it. Like, we watched that show, right? And I want y'all to go watch Love Doing Lockup. Go watch it. Not last season that came out Friday. I'm sorry. Not last episode that came out Friday. But go watch the episode before that. Go watch the episode before that. Love Doing Lockup new episode. Go watch that episode. And I want y'all to look at how the sisters was fueling that shit with the white girl, because it's a white girl. Good morning. And the white girl was like, yeah, when he come home, he go be with me. I sent him money. I did this. Girl, you just being you. Go display that shit to a T. How they sitting there doing all of that. Go watch it. Go watch it. Go watch it. And there, yeah, there's some women that hate Olivia. And listen, there's some women that hate Olivia. She double back. He's not about above weakness, right? My here's my thing. I feel like they feel okay. Let me get into why I feel like Nisha is not the type to be like, you do for your sisters, but at the same time, you gotta have. Nisha's the type to say, listen, there gotta be some boundaries. We're married. We're just brought this house. We're doing things. Things are getting better. We're elevating. We have to have boundaries with your sisters. And I'm finna be honest. I have seen women who don't have boundaries with their sisters. I have seen women who don't have boundaries with with their brothers. There are women who will meddle in their brothers' affairs and relationships because of the woman won't let them overstep the boundaries in their household. And that's what it gives to me. The overstepping boundaries. Because Nisha puts boundaries in place. They were used to y'all got to think about it. They were used to a 10-year cycle of repetitive, repeatedly, toxicity, arguments, and all that stuff. Hey, Gloria, y'all have to understand that. They were used to that. They were used to the trash talking and all that stuff that they do. I think they played in Olivia face. And I'm finna be honest. I also, on the other hand, think they played in Olivia face too. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let me explain something to y'all. Don't think for 1 second when it comes to Gerard in the loyalty, if he needed them to get in there and do what he gotta do, because let's be clear, because it was brought up last night. Shout out to Carrie on her TikTok. When she said it had to prove for neglect, I say you got it. Think about it. Now let's get to the facts. Let's get into the facts. Let's get into the facts. Let's get into it. Remember around that time he was doing that and she was shown around that time of the alleged affair. Okay. Remember how she was sitting here going outside with the knives and shit. The kids was there having niggas over, arguing on the phone and all. That's why I say she should have shut the fuck up because she played herself. That's why we say that. Think about it. Around that time, everybody was acting like everything was cool. But then, if you remember what Jazz said in my goddamn live, oh, he reopened that case while he was still sleeping with her. I'm gonna tell you where I think a set up at, and I tell you how that shit worked in a motherfucker in his favor. One thing about it, you gotta understand they are siblings. They got loyalty to each other. And I'm finna be honest with you. I think he did that shit to prove neglect. Cause if you notice, her visitation changed and her ass got locked the fuck up. And then she said we weren't trying to warn you, bitch. He already, excuse my French, he already knew, Heifer, that you said that he was gonna get you. Because I believe deep down, I don't know why, it's some sick shit to prove. And sometimes you gotta do sick shit to prove a point when people don't believe you. But I think it proved to everybody how Olivia is still hooked up on that man from years from now and how she frantically still in now. And if she had any connections that is not about the kids, and if she have connections to his siblings and feel like she's still part of the motherfucking family because she has came on this live and said that it's still my family, that she won. And they proved that also. But let's be clear, it don't always fit the narrative because I'm finna tell you something. They all made themselves look crazy as fuck too. So even though you did what you had to do and you had to sit here and place a slimy ass motherfucker, even though we know you slimy, you still had to sit there and do what you had to do. And now she's sitting here and confirmed it was never about the kids with her ass either. It was never about 80%. I think that they set this shit up to prove neglect, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because of the fact was, remember, Olivia had all the men at her house. Remember how when the kids was there, she was on the phone arguing. She had left them with or think about it, she left her with Joey. And remember, Joey said she was gone for hours. She was gone for hours. And she that shows that she leave them children with men. Ain't nobody crazy. Man, I feel like shit. Niggas got listen. I and I know people out here ain't that smart. No, but you gotta think about a nigga got when they go to their grimy ways. Never closed. Uh-huh. It he sent her $40. What she say? He only gave me 80. What she say? $40 to $80, I think. That's all I got. But right, he sent her money. It was a communication with her. Exactly. 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 So he had to play. Hey, everybody come in. He had to play his part. Let me tell you something. If his brother, let me tell y'all got to think about how these sisters are. And they have said it. They do whatever Gerard asks. Ain't that's what they say? We do whatever he asks. Like that, right? So if he had a conversation and he didn't have Nisha know, the only thing he didn't let Nisha know was it wasn't supposed to go far as a sexual. He didn't benefit nothing from sleeping with her when he wasn't supposed to. That I think I don't want to say too much, but I truly think that wasn't supposed to happen. But that other shit was supposed to happen. That other shit was supposed to happen. Y'all gotta I'm gonna have to when I get my computer back from being fixed, cause it's broke. Ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to go in and we're gonna watch all them videos because it be key things in them videos in them lives that they do when they come in and out and get fed up. It be key things y'all gotta listen to. And I'll be listening to it. I'll be like, okay, but I'm gonna tell you this. Yeah, they all nasty. But here is the thing. They wanted a friendship with that girl for whatever reason. I'm gonna be honest. I think them telling her they never seen a biracial played in her face because they wanted to make it look like they like her. I'm sorry. I grew up in a black family. Y'all know how that shit go. Oh, bruh, I like your shirt, and the shirt don't be cute at all. You know if you got them cousins. Oh, I like your shirt. Yeah, that's nice, bro. Where you got that shit from? They be sounding dry. They don't like you, bitch. They don't like you. Yeah, I don't like that motherfucker. I've seen it firsthand. I had my cousins be drunk as hell. When my cousin ex-husband at the time, well, fiance was at the time, they're not together no more. And they used to tell him and ask questions and smile and laugh, act like they liked him. This man thought, hey, this man thought that they liked him. Man, why they come across? Because I stayed across from my granddad at the time. So why they come across on some man? What the fuck is she? I say, oh my god, I'm going in the house. I know how black family members can be. They don't. They act like they don't like you, but they don't. That's why a lot of people say I could. Nah, baby. Trust me, I've had that experience, and I had to learn. The loyalty was never with me because I had a child with my baby daddy. The loyalty was with his ass. Just like when we talk about love doing lockup and after lockup with Moo and him with the baby mama and Goddess. The loyalty with the mother and the father for Moo is for Moo. They don't got loyalty to Benita. And they damn sure ain't got loyalty to Goddess. So keep in mind, me, yeah, I'm loyal, but right is right, wrong is wrong. Give a fuck. I'm gonna call your ass out. Yes, she dots Danielle address, and Danielle gotta learn that shit. Because why would you be friends with this hoe? Why would you be friends with her? Somebody just tell me something. I'm gonna look at it. Why you befriend this hell for thinking y'all cool, and she just dots you because she mad at you from the fact is, you know what I'm saying? The fact is that y'all was never you stop fucking with her. Now she ain't fucking with you. You gotta dots her. You gotta dox her. You know what I'm saying? Cause let's remember what she said. I don't have nobody here, and I thought I had people here. Girl, you didn't have to dox her. But that's what she does. When she get mad at you and she feel like you backstabbed her and you beat her to the punch of her backstabbing, she going dots. Hey chat. She going dots. I mean, that's true, Steve, but I just still feel like the sisters don't have loyalty to even Olivia and even Nisha. And that's what I'm saying. I think it did trigger her because she thought that she was important. And that's what we're saying. We think she thinks she's still in the family. She thinks she still got loyalty. Bitch, you never had loyalty with them sisters. Even Nisha know that. That's why she has her husband have boundaries. That girl not fucking crazy. She know what it is. Boundaries. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. And Steve, we even checked the address. The address is true. That's that lady address. She's still there. She still live there. So she done told this woman address. I'ma tell y'all why. Okay? And I'ma tell y'all why. Your first 5 years, from what I hear from people, even child, I don't even want to repeat this because Candy and Todd is now divorced. I'ma check it, BB. I'm finna check in a few minutes. Your first, anybody married to him, put a one in the chat. Cause everybody know your first 5 years of your marriage is the hardest. Put a one in the chat if you married. Put a one in the chat. Here it is. Oh, she was junk as hell. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that's why I say I don't think it was October. I think it was wasn't October either. Cause she was drunk. She said she was with Gerard and Dale at her house. When she said kept the kids while she went over there. That's true. She said Joey kept the kids when she went over there. Absolutely. Thank you, Cammy. The first 7 years is the hardest. Okay. I'm glad y'all said that. After you get married, you have a honeymoon phase. Everybody know the honeymoon phase lasts 90 days, right? Everybody know that, right? She keeps switching up the lines. Right. That's what I was saying. That part I don't believe. That's why I say I don't think it was October last year. I think it was October 2023 because remember she kept repeating, oh, November, then October, November, then she kept lying. Joey left in October, if we remember. Joey left in October. But I'm gonna say this. Hold on, let me explain it. So those are the first heart, like your honeymoon phase is nice. After a while, y'all gonna argue about drawers in the bathroom. Y'all gonna argue about fucking shoes. Exactly. That's why I say I think it was too. Because if you remember when she sat there and she had to think about the date and she kept closing her eyes and looking off to think about the date, that's the part I think that she lied. He did watch all the kids while there was a few hours in the midnight. I say this. I believe she was out in the middle of the night for a few hours, but I'm gonna be honest. I believe it was Gamer Bay. Cause remember, I want y'all to go back, and this is why I think that. And then I'm gonna go back into my theory. Remember, Gamer Bay came back not even 24 hours after Joey hauled ass. 24 I was not. That's why I think it was Gamer Bay. Cause remember when I showed them text messages, y'all? Let's go back to where she was trying to out Joey talking about she brought his plane ticket. Y'all remember in the text when I said were they ever in the room together? And she told on herself and she said she was texting Gamer Bay. Cause Gamer Bay came back into the picture. Back into the picture. But let me get back to my theory. You argue about stuff. Let's be clear. And I want to be honest. Because I ain't on nobody's side but Nisha. I'm staying on that hill. He's used to toxicity for the past 10 years. He used to be in all that shit for a while, right? I truly believe around that time there was a conversation, but in the midst of the conversation, Nisha was trying to be an understandable woman. But I want you to remember, it wasn't supposed to go into sexual things. I truly believe that. Olivia not that fucking smart. Let's think about it. You can play chess with that bitch all day. She don't even know. She too far behind. I want y'all to think about it. That wasn't supposed to happen. But it happened because and I'm finna be honest, I ain't finna sugarcoat shit. He has no self fucking control as well as Olivia. He has no self control. He has a lot to learn about self control. So when he cut her off, I don't think he cut her off because she was pregnant. No, he cut her off before that. Yeah, I'm gonna drop in a minute. I think remember, he cut her off. If y'all remember, he cut her off when Nisha found out. He cut her off when Nisha found out. Remember on her birthday, she was crying tears. Talking about, I just don't understand why he won't talk to me. I don't understand, guys. Like, he changed his number. He changed his number. So that's something we got to take in consideration, too. That number was changed by her damn birthday. Right, I for an eye, but you got to think. Remember, he changed that phone number. Remember, he told her when she was on live, and she was like, y'all remember reading her lips? She was like, why? Why you can't see me? Well, what about the kids? Remember that? I gotta get that live. She sat there and put everybody on mute, and that's when she tried to claim that he essayed her. Gerard, you need to stand the fuck up, nigga. I'm sorry. When they posted the new house, right? I think it's because y'all gotta. My thing is, yeah, she was going to Florida then. Yep, and then she was going to Florida. She left the Florida because Gerard didn't want to deal with her. And I'm gonna say this: the reason why she outed that shit out is because of the fact is they ain't fucking with her no more. They ain't fucking with her no more. Hold on. Hey, Brown Beauty.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
So, real quick, because I'm on my lunch break, but because I
Okay.
was sitting at my desk earlier and I was thinking, when she texts Danielle or Danielle texts her, whatever, she said, it's been a minute. I haven't seen you in a while or spoken to you in a while.
Oh,
Was that before or after Robert's party? Because they was at the birthday party.
right. That had to be before the birthday party.
Because they was at the birthday party, but she didn't. I looked. She didn't upload the vlog till November. But I'm
Right.
like, when did you? And Robin's birthday was on like October the 20th or something like that. But did she have the
Right.
party before
And
or
you
after
know
Robin's
what?
birthday?
Reading some what BB said, she said that I think that's who she picked Christian up from was at Danielle house after the football game the next day. Say he didn't come that night, he came the next day, right? So he picked up that's who she picked Christian up from. She picked Christian up from Danielle house. She
Yeah,
don't know where them folks live. They will never give her the address.
yeah. And because I'm starting to question, even if she was texting Danielle and Danielle has proven to be messy. I'm like, do Danielle like girls?
I don't know.
Cause she seemed to be trying to get Liv over there real bad. And
Right.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, is it you that want to hang with Liv? Because even when the conversation they was having when Liv told her that she was pregnant, she was like, "Well, I got a bottle if you want to come home and get something." Like you was trying to hang out with that girl really, really bad. If those are your messages, let me say that
If
you
those
was
are her
trying to hang out.
messages.
You was trying to hang out with that girl really, really bad, and your family already know Liv has a reputation of being easy. So was you trying to get her over there for you?
Probably so. And then Coco said she said they got back in a contact a day or so before the birthday. So my question is, how you say you've been talking to them that long? So, mm, mm,
It's just a lot of it. Now I don't put nothing past him. I believe that
I
he has
don't
done
either.
the things
Mm-hmm.
that we have assumed that he have did.
Yeah.
But I also believe there's some truth in it and there's some lie in it.
Yeah, because we got to remember, she's mad at the sisters from not talking to her. They cut off communication. He cut off communication from what we understand during her birthday when she left. They cut off communication. And I feel like she used that to try to get back to Gerard.
And one thing that we know about Liv is when she goes on these manic episodes, there's always a trigger.
Yeah. Yep.
So
She was triggered. She had to
so
be.
she probably reached out to one of them and they didn't respond the way that she thought they was gonna respond.
Uh-huh.
And that's what made her do that.
Yeah. Yep.
But who knows? Anywho, I don't know. We don't know. The world
Right.
may never know.
World would never know because they would never clear it up.
But yeah, I was just wanting to come on here and say that because I was like, I thought when she first started the conversation, she had just said that she had had Robin's birthday party that night or something.
Right.
So if you just had her party that night, why in the message are you just now saying it said that you haven't spoken to her in a while? Are those messages real? That's what made me question if the
I
messages was real
what I'm gonna
or
say is
older
this.
or older.
Right, because I think she had I think she basically the way I feel is I think she had Robin birthday party to invite them just to have a conversation. Then show off. That birthday party wasn't for Robin. Robin ain't know half of the people there.
Yeah, that could be true too. And like you said, she could have very well went and picked Christian up from his aunt house that night and seen Gerard
Mm-hmm.
there. And
Yeah.
as far as we know, Gerard and his sisters could have got into it. Because why y'all keep calling her over here? We don't know.
Right, exactly, exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. Because to them, you got to think about it. Gerard obviously said that they say he changed his number, and she was crying. And then remember back then when it all came out and she was exposing it, um, she sat there, and also you got to think about it. She was on live talking about why you can't talk to me, you can't see me anymore. She found out, guys. She found out.
And the other thing that made me think too is when she kept saying, "This was him texting me. This was him calling me." Nothing in those messages to me said that's Gerard texting or calling her.
Yeah. But that's why I feel like I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be honest. That's when I feel like she used the sisters because she did say, now I watched some of it, I couldn't watch it all because she was getting on my nerves. But she did say, out her own mouth. He choked his sister. Yeah, cause who the fuck said for your ass to keep showing up at their mother? Granted, that's their house. But why the fuck you calling me when you know the situation with my wife? And this is what I'm thinking, y'all. You know the situation with my wife. Why the fuck you keep having this bitch pop up at your motherfucking house? And then you calling me.
Yeah, that and they was over there drinking. You know, a lot of times when people
Yeah.
drink, they get messy.
Uh-huh.
They start making bets and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Again, I don't know these people business. I don't know them. I absolutely believe that Gerard is a dog,
Yes.
but I mean, you gotta have some discernment about things that people tell you. Because again, there's always some truth and there's always
Always
some
a lie
lie
when it come to
in
her.
what people say.
Because she does switch up things. And BB, I think they call her over there sometimes. I really do when she pop up. I
Yeah,
do. And I think that's what happened.
yeah. That's what I said. I think the sister was being messy
Right. Hold on, I'm
and
sorry.
called her
Right,
over there.
sis. Right, sis. Exactly. For what reason? She never said what the reason was. She never said it. So it got to be some truth to it. Because the sister did say that she still loved her brother. And that was the truth. So now we know why there are boundaries. Now we know why every time he kind of sick of the shit.
Yeah, because if he after she exposed, and that's the thing too, I don't understand. You know she's going to expose you. You are you that
Mm-hmm.
stupid to keep doing the same thing and you know she gonna tell your business?
Exactly. Exactly. Because he not just gonna sit here and do something to his sister for no reason.
I know a lot of cheating
Obviously,
niggas, but once the girl start talking, she might as well count herself as done for.
hmm I ain't gonna lie to you. Them sisters, mm-mm. Because if they showed up to the birthday party, ain't no telling what she said. Ain't no telling if she said, "I miss you guys." I think she said this. I miss you. We ain't been on that long, Black and Bougie. Hey, Carrie. I miss you guys. I miss. I think she said, "I miss Gerard. I really want to be with him. I don't want him to throw me in jail. You know,
See if
I
you can
don't
get us
want
together
him."
and talk.
Right. Yeah, let's get together and talk. The kids miss us together. I don't think she's right for him. Come on now. Let's be for real. I don't think she right for him. And let's think about this Olivia. This Olivia to try to push Nisha out the picture, right? Good morning, Miss Barbara. Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna say it. I love him, guys. Like everyone I've been with, nobody's treating me like Gerard.
And
I
she said that in
understand.
the message. She said, I
Yep.
love him. I will always love him. And then there
Yep.
was some more of the messages where she would not read out loud. She's like, oh, I can't read that out loud. Because, bitch, you was explaining your love for that nigga.
Uh-huh. Yep. You gotta think about it. She didn't say why. I don't understand why he's trying to keep the kids away from me. I'm trying to move on, and I just can't move on. I know I messed up. I just can't. I just can't.
And I, for the life of me, I do not get. I, you can only be but so much mature.
Mm-hmm.
You keep tapping the bell, you're gonna wake up. And for me, like stuff like that, like you only gonna get. I'm only gonna let you slide so much before I say what I gotta say to you
Yep.
and shut you up.
Yep.
So
And
that's
the
why I
sisters.
don't doubt that there's truth behind
Uh-huh.
him talking or doing something with her. I don't doubt that. I absolutely believe he did. But at the same time, it's like, okay,
I think
either
I ain't even
you
gonna
gotta be
lie.
one stupid Negro to keep doing the
Yeah.
same thing with the same person,
Person.
knowing she
Exactly.
gonna tell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, sis. She been begging and pleading for this man. And she told on herself in the text messages that she was. Let me tell y'all something. I think what made them do that was she was crying in front of them kids, being dramatic as fuck. And she always is with them crocodile tears of how much she missed Gerard.
And I was watching another reactor this morning, and somebody said something that I was like, you know what? That didn't happen. When she retold the story, she did not tell the part where he supposedly chased her up the road.
Exactly. She did not tell that
What
part like
happened
she
to
tell
that?
all the time.
What
Uh-huh.
happened? We thought he
Yep.
chased you. That would have been the most dramatic part of the story.
Child, Olivia was friends with them sisters, and she cried them tears. Hey, Bay St. Mints, she cried them tears.
Yeah, I
And
absolutely believe she cried to them sisters and she said,
uh-huh.
if y'all can get us together and talk, like, just
Right.
maybe don't tell them I'm coming and I can show up and, you know, whatever, whatever, whatever. And that's
Uh-huh.
why sisters need to stay out of brothers' business because I got a little brother and he a hoe and I stay out of his mess because I would have a lot of
Yeah.
enemies if I was in the middle of his stuff.
And I want to say this. By Nisha being a paralegal working with lawyers, if she want to leave, she know how to do it. She know how to do it. And she know how to take what she want. And I think he know that too.
But
That's
and that's
why
the
he
part
he
I
gotta
don't
act like he
get.
gotta act right.
If that man is sitting out there dogging you like that and your family ain't did nothing,
Yeah. I think
I'm
cause
not
they know.
understanding it.
I think cause they know uh she know, like she know what to do. Cause if you think about it, he didn't get them kids under the help of Nisha. Let's be for real. Nisha worked with the legal system.
Mhm. But
Yep.
that was just my thought process. 'Cause I'm like, when was the party?
Right. The party was because that week she had him, because remember she had just she cussed Joey out. Cause remember Joey was gone for like 2 weeks, and that's when her and Carmen got into it. Mm-hmm.
So, I
Cause
don't know.
I
It's a
know
lot to unrattle, and
it
you
is.
know,
It
oth-
is.
you
She
know they say other people's business is always confusing. So I would just stay
right.
out of it.
But yeah, yeah, she know what to do. She ain't crazy. Nisha got it. She does this every time. Of course, she finna leave. She finna leave.
I don't know. I low key be hoping that by his actions, he paying Nisha back for something she done did. Like I low key be hoping that he done caught her with another nigga.
But I'm gonna say this though. I think Gerard wanted to get his lick back, and he got it. And I said that before. I mean, a man ain't gonna just allow you to cheat on them. I mean, let's take it from girlfriends. When Tony cheated on that dude she was with, and she thought they were getting back together, and she found him in bed with another woman in her house. He wanted his lick back. He wanted his lick back with Olivia. Cause the way Olivia got pregnant with another man baby and
Yeah,
cheated on him. And that's
and I'm
how it
glad
was.
you brought that up because she finally admitted to that too. And I've been wanting to come on somebody's live and say that when
Yeah,
the
she
last
did.
live she did, she finally admitted. Yeah, in Texas, I slept with this dude because he had money. Da da da. So you finally
Uh-huh.
admitted that the reason that Gerard left you was because you slept with that man, but you said he left you for Nisha. And
No.
that's the narrative you've been running all these years is that he left you for that. No, he left you because you, which everybody on the reactor side has been saying, he left you because you were asleep. You slept with another man and you got pregnant. As far as we know, Gerard could have been trying to make his marriage work and was like, you know what, I ain't gonna cheat no more. But bitch, you went down there and you slept with another man.
Yeah. She slept with Maurice thinking Maurice had money.
And you finally admitted it to it. And the moment that you admitted to it, I was like, I hope her stupid ass supporters are listening. She finally said, yes, I slept with somebody in Texas. Mind you, you wasn't even married at 3 months at that point.
Yep. That was the Houston trip.
And you was out there
That was
giving
the
it out.
Houston trip. And we kept saying that. We kept saying that. We kept saying, I say, no, that man left you because of Maurice. I didn't see with Maurice. Maurice was not. No, yes, you did.
Yeah.
Because you took that live down quick.
Yeah, because in his mind, he probably was like, you know what? I had my doubts and knew I shouldn't have married her. And then she go
Mm-hmm.
off and she do this. I'm leaving. I'm going back.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And like you said, so his actions with how he doing her now probably is revenge. Cause
Yeah. It's
I know she
revenge.
still love me. I know she still care for me. I want to hurt her.
And think about it too. Think about it. If that text message says you still love my brother, she outed herself saying I still love him. He know how to play with her. He know how to play with her. So that's what happened. He played with her. Obviously, he know that, and he did what he had to do. So that's how I feel about it.
But anyways, I'm gonna drop down because I work
All right.
downtown and the train coming. But if somebody can tell me the exact date of that birthday party, I
I
would greatly
think it
appreciate it.
was because,
Cause
yes,
she
she
didn't
took it
upload it.
down. We going to have to find
No,
it.
hold on, y'all.
All right. We still talk about Gerard because Gerard needs to stand up and do something. You can't just sit there and allow nobody to sit here and make accusations, especially SA. That's that right there. That right there. You can't allow nobody to do that. You can't
But we
allow nobody
also
to do that.
know, we also know she only brought this
All
up
right, thank you.
to deflect from the allegations.
Yeah, to deflect from the allegations.
Cause this
Of
was so
course.
random.
And we're not gonna drop them allegations because we know that she's trying to do. Let me tell y'all what she doing. She scrubbed that channel to the flat so she can run. That's why she brought it up. Cause she don't want y'all to know that heifer probably leaving this week. I give it Wednesday. Hold on. Yeah, she
She,
lied. I saw that. She lied about meeting him that night. That's why I say I don't think she met him that night. She lied. Because I got the video where it says she was doing late night cleaning and she was drinking. So we know she lied about that. We know that. He is probably embarrassed. We know she lied about that. We know that for sure. Because if y'all remember, even we broke down in the text where she said, "Oh, I haven't talked to y'all in a while." So obviously she contacted them to come to that birthday party. That's what happened. And like I said, she was trying to get to the sisters to get to Gerard. That's what that is. Cause
yeah. So,
Robin' birthday is the end towards the end of October.
so according to Gerard's profile, because I started my own investigation. Her birthday was like October the 20th.
Uh-huh. Yep,
But
that's her birthday.
I don't know if Liv had her party before or after her birthday. But I know it wasn't on her birthday.
I, I
She
gotta
didn't post
find it bottoms up.
she didn't
Yeah,
post
cause
the vlog
remember,
until November. But when she by the
right.
time she posted the vlog, I remember it saying like, dang, she posted that weeks later.
Cause remember that day she had cash apps and remember Robin was there. She was like, I want to go to Chipotle. I want to go to Chipotle. I want to spend my money to get something to eat. And she had to take her. Because it's the same night when she took Robin to spend that money, was the same night Carmen called her and cussed her ass out by showing them baby pictures.
Um,
hmm I think, I don't know, is you having connection problems, Lynn? I think that she contacted the sister. I don't think the sisters contacted her. And I think the sisters fell right into it. Yep, was in her car all night and she was crying live and falling asleep. Uh-huh. AJ asked her to come to his room to pack. She muted the live. Yeah, because she moving. And remember, AJ said grandma will be here. She moving. So it's to stray away from the fact that she's moving. She leaving and she not supposed to. And I'ma say this. Gerard ain't off the hook. And the only reason why we're discussing him is because, like we said yesterday, give your wife her flowers. I know it's private. I understand that's y'all marriage, but give her that. This woman
and
has
that could be what
publicly,
triggered her too. You know, she hates
yeah,
anytime anybody defends Nisha because she wants Nisha to be the villain in her story so bad. That's just like she said she has to stay away because she don't know what she may do. That wasn't
yep,
towards Gerard because you have been around him and you haven't done anything to him.
That
That
was
was
towards
towards
Nisha.
Nisha.
Yep.
And for you to still carry that much anger in your heart towards a woman and not the man shows that you are bitter and angry. And
Uh
again,
huh.
if you put, I mean, context clues, we learned this in middle school, elementary school, context clues. If you put context clues together based off what she said, Nisha didn't
Yep.
take your man. Nisha actually sent your man back to you. You cheated and your man left.
Exactly. You cheated and your man left. And that's the thing of it. You cheated on Maurice with Maurice. Nobody told you to go out there and cheat on that man and get pregnant. You been nasty.
Yeah, and then he out here, he's still moving off her. I don't doubt that. He's still moving off of her of what she did to him.
Yeah. So she contacted them folks. She did, and we know she did. And she cried in front of them. She probably gave us a fake ass apology. I'm sorry what I said. It was never supposed to be like that. And then she blamed Gerard. You know, Gerard was the problem of this. Gerard was the issue. Gerard was this. I'm telling y'all what she did. And they probably said, you know what? We know how Gerard is. Like, yeah,
Yeah, her packing up and leaving, she doing what she always do whenever
that's what she
Gerard
does.
upsets her or hurts her feelings. She packs up and she leaves.
Hmm. She liked to pack up and leave, and that was her way. And I think what triggered her is, and I'm finna be honest, cause sid sid said, listen, give Nisha her flowers. Nisha has been there for you. She stood by you. She's took care of those kids. Give her her flowers. Don't just buy her gifts. Give her her flowers. Give her her flowers. And that triggered her. Because if you think about it, nobody was talking about that heifer all day yesterday. The day before, even when she pulled that stunt, nobody was talking about her. When we talked about her, then we moved on. It was like not even a 5 minute conversation. And now it's, oh, let me give them something to talk about. She wanted to be the center of attention. So she wanted to come out here with text messages.
BB, I can see how you feel that way too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he stopped giving her attention after that. And I think, let's be for real, because if y'all remember, I was in her chat that day. And y'all remember, I kept asking her on her live. I say, you miss having actual contact with him and you miss him, don't you? Y'all notice she did not answer that question.
Bottoms up, those records are sealed. She had those records sealed.
Yeah. Y'all remember she didn't ask them questions. Yeah, I kept asking the question she never answered. I say, why you won't answer the question? Answer the question. She never said anything.
Yeah, I don't like his sisters at all.
I don't either. I don't like how they do Nisha. That's not right.
Because I
That's
would have
not
been
right.
caught one of them.
Listen, they should be, first of all, they should be happy that their nieces and nephew had somebody that loved them. And another thing I didn't like was her saying that Robin and Christian talk too much or tell and she don't like. First of all, I want to debunk that. Let me debunk that real quick. Cause that I don't believe. Let me say this. Nisha loves Robin. Nisha has stood up for Robin more than Olivia. Nisha has brought school clothes, gotten her hair done, brought her school supplies, go to her games. And for anybody to believe that, ask Olivia what her daughter has scored. Nisha has been that girl biggest cheerleader. So to hear the sisters and all that, and first of all, let's be clear, cause now I got a question for the sisters. Where the fuck was y'all at that girl game? Cause I ain't seen y'all in the stand at all. Where y'all been at?
See,
Where
I
have
don't
you
care if
been?
he apologized to her publicly or not. Like that's between them. I ain't that invested in nobody business.
Right. Where has the sisters been at since they want to say, oh, well, she treat Robin so bad? Where the fuck y'all been at? Y'all ain't showed up to a game. I ain't seen y'all say nothing about the girl playing nothing. You don't talk about Chris. Where have y'all been at? Like, I'm not understanding. Why would y'all want these children to go back to an environment where you have watched online cussing out her two kids, not feeding them, they're not bathing, they're in activities, they seem happier. Where y'all been at? That's why I say his own worst enemy, and he gonna have to put some boundaries on them for real. Because if not, they gonna keep doing shit like this. I never heard none of their voices in the background cheering Robin on with Nisha. Never, never. When we hear them videos, we hear Nisha. We don't never hear the sisters. But y'all going back telling Olivia stuff? She don't even show up to a fucking game. School activities, ceremonies, nothing. Y'all at least ain't be aunties to say, girl, that's all right, Nisha. I'm gonna take her to go get her hair braided. I'll pay for it. Nothing. The girl ain't even say, listen, on her weekend to go take that little girl to take none of them girls to get their hair done or the boys to get a haircut. Telling her
I
for
think it
what?
would be easier if her actions towards her kids was that of a mother or a concerned mother. It's not her actions towards her kids is that of a bitter baby mama.
Right. And then another thing is, who the hell told her to put that big ass bow in Carlani hair to cover that bald spot? Who told her to do that? That girl hair ain't that long for that big ass bow.
Look, I guess I'm about to do pull me a carry and dox myself. Well, not really dox myself, but tell part of my business. I have two kids. My
Mm-hmm.
youngest lives with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it wasn't a situation where we went in the court or nothing like that. It was just a situation where I moved, she didn't want to move.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm not about to argue with you when you got two parents.
Right.
I'm not about to
Exactly.
argue with no teenager and you got two parents. But her dad is married. He has a wife. We don't have these problems.
Right.
Like her birthday come, we all at dinner together. She called me and tell me she wants something. I'm like, okay, I'll send it. Like, ain't nobody withholding addresses or nothing because we don't have them problems. And that nigga has done some shit to me.
Right.
But when it was done, it was done.
Right. Now they say we're gonna see AJ wearing. I'm done. I believe it. I believe it. Hey,
I
Diamonds.
feel
I
so
believe
bad for
it.
that baby.
I do too. I do too. Cause her concern isn't, you know, like I say, I'm more grace with Nisha because I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I'm not there. But what I can say is Olivia know what the hell she was doing. Cause when I kept asking her that question, she kept deflecting. I've asked that girl that multiple times. She know what she doing. And as he might be reassuring her behind the scenes. She might say, you know what, don't even post it. You ain't even gotta post it. Because regardless, if damn if you do, damn if you don't, Olivia's still gonna do the same shit. She's still gonna do the same shit. It never fails. I knew Gerard was gonna be back in the picture. I told y'all 2 months ago he'll be back in the picture.
I don't even think that it's people wanting Gerard to get on the internet and declare his everlasting love for his wife. I
Right,
hope he do love her. He married her. I think it's more so of they want him to shut down the lies or the part of the story that is lies in
right.
defense of your wife. Because as a man, as a husband, it's your first job is to protect your wife,
But
cover
then
her.
I think also remember when Joey and all them did that? What she did? He did that before, and everybody did it. What happened? Olivia went on a tyrant for days, months, and weeks.
Yeah, but yeah, because I do believe if he did get on his internet and he say something to her, that's gonna fuel her fire.
That's gonna fuel her fire. So it's like, damn if he do, damn if he don't, because Olivia will take that like, see guys, you see, I told you, because if he do say something, what she said last time, he still wants me. It's like, girl, we just gotta keep an understanding. And I have to be honest, Olivia is like talking to a brick wall. Like in her mind, when it comes to him, she's a brick wall. Just like she did with Joey, just like she did with Zolo, just like she did with Grandpa Bay and took his page down. She's just, you just can't win for losing. It's gonna keep going and going. Just like she takes shots at Zolo. And then when Zolo came out here, she kept
Agree, Sapphire.
y'all get me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. You see how okay. Remember how, my bad, I was getting a call. Remember how Zolo and her kept going back and forth. Then she go on live. That's the shit she does. And I don't think nobody want that.
And
I don't think,
that's what we were saying. Something must have triggered her to make her do that lie because it was so random.
yeah. Just like she don't want to fight with, then Zolo had to air out her dirty laundry. Oh, I did. I think I did with the new court. Well, no, I said he reopened it. That's what I said. He was sleeping with her and reopened it. I'm ready for this baby to get here.
Yeah, that new baby, I know that new baby nerves is gonna be toe up
I'm ready for this baby to get here. I need Olivia not to move back to Texas, stay where she gonna stay. I do.
between the alcohol, all the hooting and hollering, the random men. Like I pray for that baby.
Honey,
That baby
I
gonna come
do.
out with the jitters.
Yeah, she said the sisters were her best friends and they fell out. Because remember, they fell out 2 weeks ago. And Gerard was cheating with the sister phone. Come on now. Ain't that man finna test that girl with that phone? That man ain't finna go on nobody's phone and text. If he choked her out, and so she claimed, then why the fuck would he text Olivia on the phone? That makes no sense. Yeah, that makes no sense. So, right. If he that bold, what's the point? It's crazy. But yeah,
That's it.
we still gonna be on her ass about that visit that she got. I don't know what she thought this was. What she thought we gonna be on her ass about that and everything else. We still gonna be on her ass. We ain't never letting that go. Cause we gonna ask about it. Olivia, since you exposing that, what did you hear anything back from the CPS investigators and stuff? What they say? Did they give you any information while you worrying about the sisters and Gerard and Nisha? Did anybody give you any information? Did they call you and tell you, or did you call them? I'm sorry, and tell you, tell them
But like,
that
you know, I'm
yeah.
sorry. But
I'm
like,
sorry.
it could also be when you say Nisha, his sisters hate you. It could also be his sisters are jealous of her.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
that
know,
you got that right.
some siblings have that ancestral thing about them, and they could be jealous of how he takes care of her,
That's
and that's
true.
why they doing that messy stuff. I've seen it happen.
I can say this. I think the sisters have like a thing of, and this is being honest, like I said before, boundaries. Because first of all, if you my sister, I don't believe what she said. I already said what I said about it. Y'all just think it because y'all don't think I feel like I agree with Gerard didn't cheat on her. I'm not finna say that. He's a man. But I say this. I feel like I already said Southside that I feel like, and I say it again, she contacted them women and to get back at Gerard. I said that. I said that. Yeah, the house changed a lot. And think about it. Nisha had to have boundaries with the sisters at this house. See, they used to doing what they want to do. Nisha got firm set boundaries. What she says goes. That's it. What she says goes. Exactly. What she says goes. And that's something that people don't get. And think about it. If Kim stayed with Nisha, obviously Kim can't go back over there. Something had to happen. So that means no, you can't be in my house. You telling my business to her.
And
You gotta have some, or you telling my business.
sis, that's why I question a lot of what Lil says about that because for him to be so close with Nisha's family, why would they allow the disrespect? Even if
Right.
she just even if she decided to stay with him, if he did what he is alleged to have done, me instantly. I mean, that's your man. I mean, it is, but I don't fuck with him instantly.
But at some point, we
I wouldn't
gotta
be smiling in
understand.
his face.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there was drama during that time. So we gonna say that. Sapphire, we did talk about. I'm not finna keep talking about no investigation for what when we ain't got no new leads,
So who
girl.
is this sapphire person? Because they keep wanting us to talk
We
about
don't
that.
got
Like,
no new leads. I'm not finna
don't
keep
nobody
like I
want to keep
told
talking about
y'all.
kids allegedly being
Thank you. We
abused.
still on it. But like I said, and I say it again, when we get new leads, I'm gonna talk about it. I ain't got no new leads yet. We not finna keep talking about, oh, they showed up. Oh, we know they showed up. Let me say this. We know they showed up. We know it's an open investigation. We don't have everything yet. I told y'all when I get everything, we're gonna talk about it. I don't
Like,
have everything. They're not finna broadcast. Let me say this. Any criminal case, they don't broadcast shit. This is not a TV show. They're not gonna broadcast that. We have to wait until the facts are there. But when we get those facts, y'all know I'm gonna read and talk about the shit. Y'all act like we not. I want that shit. I want that shit black and white in my hand with a court date. I'm coming to y'all with it. Don't act like I'm not finna come to y'all without it. Now, come on now, think about it. Until I get
it's
that shit,
the
and first of all, we not gonna keep talking about no investigation if we want this hoe to get in trouble. We gonna
it's the
shut up
she
and let
won
them
for
do their
me. One
job.
would
We
trip to
want them,
CPS for
want
her
her to
home.
be held accountable. We can't keep talking about it. If we don't want her to be held accountable, then we'll talk about it. But I'm not finna mess up an investigation when I want her to be held accountable. And I want the truth. So we gotta just hold on. Because I'm not gonna keep talking about it. Cause that's gonna mess up an investigation. Why y'all think nobody talked about the Carmelo Anthony when they was investigating before the trial? Because guess what? It was going to mess it up. No, no, no. I want her held accountable. Don't get it twisted.
Right,
I
Black
want,
Coffee.
yeah, I ain't finna. No, no, no. I want her to get held accountable. I want her to get held accountable. So she, oh no, that's where y'all getting it twisted. We ain't forgot. But because I know how this can mess up if we keep bringing it up, she won't be held accountable. And y'all coming in hearing me, y'all
That's
hear
a
me say
crazy
we still
take.
on her.
That's a crazy take saying she's bringing it up. Oh crap! So we can forget. We didn't
We
forget.
ain't forget about
We
that.
literally said she's trying to deflect
Yeah, we said that. She's trying to
because it was
deflect.
random.
But I'm not going to keep bringing up an investigation when we don't have all the details and all the facts. If y'all want to hear about it, I think I did a live Thursday or Friday and I broke it down. Go watch that live. And I said, I'm not going to bring it up no more until we have the facts. Because why? Because I don't want this investigation to be messed up. I already said it. She deleted her videos. That should tell you more than enough what's going on.
I
That
agree,
should tell you
Southside.
more than enough what's going on. She's running to Florida because of the investigation. Right. Hold on, y'all.
Can you run from stuff like that? One that follow her?
Huh?
I was replying to Black and Bougie. Like, can you run from stuff like that? Like, won't that follow you?
Hell yeah, it's gonna follow her.
Then what's she running for?
Because her mama telling her she can get away with something. I'm telling you what the girl going through.
She about to be on
That
America's Most Wanted.
let me tell you something. When it comes to the feds, when you let me tell you what her dumb ass don't understand. You know it's a certain thing in your private and settings. Yeah, let her keep running her mouth. She'll tell on herself. Thank you. You know, it's a thing on your privacy and settings that helps tell people how to get to you. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't finna give
Oh
no
my
other
God,
details.
Sapphire. We not even talking about that no more.
I'm not gonna give no details, and I'm gonna leave it alone.
That's why I don't be coming on live, because y'all be annoying the fuck out of me.
Yeah, Gerard can do as he's pleased. Got nothing to prove to anyone. But at some point, I even said that too. But let's be clear. At some point, it does become too much. It becomes too much. Olivia want that girl to crash out so she can go to court. And in her mind, she thinks she can go to court and be like the children aren't safe with Nisha. And I'm telling y'all what she doing. The children aren't safe with Nisha because, she tried to fight me. When all reality, let's be clear, she got a strong allegation. So I don't know what the fuck she thought it was gonna do, to be honest. The woman is still being married to her man. I know she just what video she put out, Lisa? Let me guess. Him touching on her, him touching on her. Yeah, that's
Okay,
obviously
Southside?
that's all that it is. She wants that woman to take her ring off and divorce because because she been listening to us and she believes that when her mind, because she be lit, and that should show y'all she be over here, she be in the reactors. Oh, they said that, let me put out an old video because we just know the bump that she lied about October. We're not saying we believe her fully, we know she lied, We're not saying we team her. We're not saying we believe her. But as from experience as women, men gonna be a man gonna be a man. Let me tell you something. A man that don't want to cheat has self-control. If he's such a good guy, what do he need? I'm gonna tell y'all when we talked about Cold Wednesday. Remember what Jessica's husband said. If I'm a good guy, why do I need a chaperone? That means I don't have self-control. I'm not a good guy. Let me tell y'all, there's no such thing as a good guy, y'all. I'm sorry. Contrary to what you believe, it's no such thing as a good guy, but there is a such thing as a person that's good for you. There is no such thing as a good guy. I had to explain that to my friend. There's a thing as a good man, but a good guy, no, because everybody has triggers.
And I say this as a woman. I'm not even gonna say men that don't want to cheat. People that don't want to cheat don't put themselves in situations to cheat.
Thank you. Because they
Immediately, you shut it
don't
down.
have self
Immediately.
control. No, it's not any less valid, but I'm just gonna say, yeah, there's a such thing as a good man, just not a good guy. A good guy, when I think of a good guy, is oh, a man to do something without intentions. Everybody do things without intention, with intentions. We all do things with intentions. I mean, for real. Even if I can sit here and help somebody today, in my mind, I'm gonna say that my intention is, even though I'm doing it as a good deed, but I still have that intention as, you know what, somebody will come and help me along the way. That's the fact. It's a lot. You're cheating with somebody. She has the power and the credentials. She does. But that's why I say we don't know what she's doing either behind the scenes. We don't know. One thing, let me tell you something. A paralegal is second to a lawyer. They do the same thing lawyers do, but it's certain things that they can't do, right? But what I can tell you is that I'm gonna tell you one thing she got from, and she's worked with plenty of lawyers. And I'm gonna say this: she learned what to say and what not to say. That's like a person having a PR. They learn what to say and what not to say, and what to talk about and what not to talk about. And I think in this culture we have, in this social media culture, everything be on the table. You should talk about it. But let's be clear. Sometimes it's not best because that can F up somebody's shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there are laws to where you talked about that. So I can't help but throw that shit out. Because it's still going through such and such, right? That's why I said I'm not going to talk too much about it, because that's going to help her case and her investigation. That ain't helping shit for me. But when we do get an answer, oh, best believe, and I see that it's filed paperwork, y'all know I'm coming here first and I'm finna read it to you. Trust me, when she get indicted, if anything happens, y'all know I'm coming up here and reading it to you. Ain't no, that's like if somebody looking at me as a unaliver of a case, why would I delete my social media when I said I was gonna unalive? Come on now. Come on, that's guilty. That's guilty as hell. That's guilty as hell. That's guilty as hell. So that's like Nisha saying, okay, I got you. You know, yes, a good guy, someone appear in a moment. A good man is how he constantly behaves over time, especially when it's hard. Yeah, he's not giving neither right now with the allegations she has, and it's hard to believe. I wouldn't play with her. Yeah, she can't do that without a court order. She gotta move strategically. She can't just go on here and cut her stuff out. She got to move strategically. And I'm gonna just tell you, Thank you. Olivia, that's what nobody's getting. Olivia is helping Nisha. That's what we're saying. She's helping. That's why we say let her talk. She's
Yeah,
helping Nisha. She's
because
not
far as we
helping
know,
Olivia. She
Nisha
damn
could be
sure ain't helping
building a
Gerard.
portfolio over there.
Yep, right. Exactly. But she's helping Nisha. Yeah, she's definitely watching. That's why I said I'm not going. She's helping her, and we gonna leave it at that. She's helping her, and I'm glad she's helping her. Keep helping her
Oh my
because
gosh.
she can build something off of that. As long as she got these videos and these lives, I mean, what else? Nisha, we just said why Nisha works well in a law firm. Like she's helping her. I like that for her. Keep
I
talking.
don't
I want
know
her to keep talking.
why people's difference of opinions bother people.
I don't know. It's
That's the
just
whole
how it
point of
goes.
having these open discussions to
Yeah,
bounce things and ideas off of other people,
right.
give you a
This going
different perspective.
yeah, let me drop the link again. This gonna always be it's gonna always be that she's helping her and I like that for her.
Black, you think so? Because I feel like if he was concerned about looking like a good man, he wouldn't be doing things he do.
And maybe now let's be true. Let's think about it. Now that we said that, maybe that's why Gerard she telling Gerard don't say nothing either. You never know. You never know. You gotta think about it that way. Because Gerard would have been hit the internet, y'all. We not gonna act like he didn't. He did before. Like
But like I know, that's why I don't never go come on nobody's live. I be having a lot to say, but I just like, you know what? Keep that to
and
yourself
now that
because
that was said,
I
we
cuss a
gotta
lot.
think about that now. That's probably why she told him not to say nothing. She probably is saying, don't even say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Right. But then let's be real though, sis. If you just said that she said that she Olivia is helping her, we gotta think that's why nobody ain't come outside to say anything. Ain't no tell like I say, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. We don't know everything, and I'ma say this. That's probably why they quiet. That's probably why. And to provide on paper right. If that's what if she is helping her, we gonna be quiet on that. That's all I'm gonna say. I wish them well. Go ahead. Go right on ahead. Go ahead. If that's what this go ahead. Let her keep talking. Let her keep talking. I want her to. Hey, bank statements. Southside, I'm not married. Um, I mean, if that happened, that happened, but I'm not in a rush to get married. I'm not saying in this economy, with this administration, hell no. Y'all can contact me when that's over. Hey Bank, can you hear me? Bank.
Hey, I had to fix the volume. It was
Oh,
real low.
okay.
I'm sorry. I was messing around with the settings. So I had trouble getting on stage, so I had you on mute on my laptop, so I
Oh,
might have missed anything that was said in like in the last 5 minutes. But
okay.
the reason why I want to come up because I just feel like there is possibly some misunderstanding of what's going on in the chat because that's why I said I don't like to chat about stuff like this because I think
Right.
that the meeting gets lost, at least from my end. And I'll only speak for myself. And I said this last night. First of all, I feel like, and if this doesn't apply, like a content creator used to say, let it fly. But I feel like I get some energy, not just in this chat, but in a lot of chats, that there is a dislike for the situation that Gerard possibly put Nisha in. Whether you, I mean, a lot of people believe that everything that Liv said, or at least the majority of what Liv says happened, they have now, to me, pushed that off on Tanisha. So there's a lot of disrespect, on my opinion, to a lady who said very little. And when she has come out and said stuff, I remember early on, people used to tell her, well, you need to not say this. You need to not uh, do this. You need to not be doing X, Y, and Z. There was even people who had a problem with her going to the kids' game and cheering for her. So it's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. That's number one. And number two, it feels like to me the dislike for Gerard has pushed some people to the point where they do believe Liv's lies. Listen, I don't care what anybody say. That girl has
Excuse
had plenty of space and opportunity to show us proof. If you look at this last video, she's reading text messages. There's a pages of them. And guess what? Did you notice she was on StreamYard? And
Yeah,
you
but see,
know,
I don't
Melissa, no,
dislike Gerard.
but no,
I
no.
I I
Okay, I'm
respect.
sorry.
Are
Go
you
ahead.
okay? I respect, you know, their marriage, but I want them to understand that I want people to understand is just because we feel like it's a perfect marriage don't mean it can always be a perfect marriage.
Yeah, I get that. But real quick,
And
because
yeah,
I don't want to forget,
yeah,
because
go ahead.
this is something that I meant to say last night. You noticed that she was on StreamYard, right? And so you know what that means, Malish. You can screen share. So she has all of this proof. Why did she put
Hmm.
it up on the screen? Because you notice when she started reading those texts, she would just read the first text or possibly the second text, and then it's blah, 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 and blah, blah. No, I want to hear the blah, 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 because it gives context to everything.
The
Because,
blah 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 is what I said earlier
uh,
was the fact that she still loving Miss Gerard and she'll pick me. I already told I keep telling people that when she go blah 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 or she try to expose herself and expose she a pick me.
yeah, well, but what I'm saying though, too, though, that when I say I don't believe a liar, because yeah, the broken clock is correct twice a day, but the other, 10 hours, they're lying. She's lying. So she's only, what a good liar does is they can tell, they'll sprinkle a little truth along with the lie. But to me, that invalidates. If you like, you do proofs or theorems or any math problem, if any part of that problem is a lie or wrong, the whole thing is wrong. So it taints the whole pool for me. And that is why when you see me in the chat or you see some of my comments, I know you'd be like,
Mhm.
dang, would you just calm down? It's like, for me, it's like I can't believe a truth that is built on a lie, and that's what Olivia does. So I, like you said, no man is perfect or no guy. I look, I've been on this planet over a half a century. And I know that given a chance, I've seen, let me just tell you, I've been in places where a man claims that he's telling his wife that he went to the grocery store and he's in the club, you
Yeah,
know.
we
So
seen it.
So I know that, but I think that's what Liv plays into, and she's really good at that. Gerard said it. She watches reactors 24/7. So sis,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, but a couple of weeks ago we had a conversation on your channel talking about her relationship with his sisters and the problematic parts of that relationship. Liv gets her storylines from us. That's why I said the next storyline is going to be that Gerard, she was sending those pics to Gerard. And somehow he is the reason why she's got this case and he should probably be going to jail with her. She is really good at what she does. She did not last on this internet, for all these years for no other reason. She is a master at. She's better at than a lot of us. And I know a few of you guys, and I don't know exactly who, so I don't want to call names out. But we've been around since day one. And like I said, I wish that Streamyard was around back then because the reactors had her number back then. And then what she was able to do to get rid of a lot of stuff. So I'm glad, like you, Militia, and Sis, and Carrie are documenting this stuff because without StreamYard, we don't have there's a good chunk from like
Hmm.
2018 to like 2020, maybe around that like 2 years. and I find them in other reactors. I don't know if you probably seen it where they just literally had their phone up to the TV, and we caught
Yeah.
some of that stuff. But Liv has spun this tale for so long; she's good at it. So I'm just waiting to see what's next. So where I
That's
sit is
why
that,
I
yeah,
said I don't
mhm.
believe in October. I've been saying I don't
Oh
believe
yeah,
in
yeah,
October
I
because
heard
at
you.
first I thought, okay, well maybe it was the year before, but then when you think about the birthday and you get the details, we know that's not true.
But you know,
But if
also
you
too.
remember that
Hmm.
on her birthday she cried because she tried to call Gerard.
Hmm.
She noticed the number was changed.
But also too, people got to realize too, Olivia is calculated. Danielle had a crush on Olivia. That was clear. Nisha was, I mean, not Nisha, Nisha was very clear about that. Even Olivia alluded to it. So and I think, and I do agree, like, with that part
Hold on,
of,
Bank. Hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
I can't. Can y'all hear Bank? Say something, Bank.
Can you hear me?
Let me come out and come back in. Hold on.
No, it might be me.
How you drop it on the phone?
Okay, I'm
Okay.
looking real quick. I just want to kind of put this to rest. Olivia was not pregnant in August. She was not pregnant in Florida. That girl came
She
back
put
here
in
and started
September.
hunting. I'm sorry, right, exactly. She came back with the mission of trying to stay out of jail. She was jumping on every available, you know what, that was out there, but she definitely was not pregnant in August. So don't, like I said again, I think we got so much information. The sad part is that we got so much information on her. It's almost like we need a brain, like a brain to compile it, because she's good at mixing up the time frames and fudging the numbers and playing around. That's why now, have you noticed she ain't mentioned nothing about her due date? She ain't mentioned nothing about Gamer Bay because it doesn't exist. If Liv does decided in her world that she doesn't want something to exist, she just exits it out. The only person who can't get out from under her is Gerard. And I find this very fascinating, especially with the differences of opinions too. Because to me,
Yeah.
I'm okay with you or anybody else not thinking the way I do about it because it's so convoluted. There's no absolute in this whole thing. But I get too that you pulling back about the whole investigation part. Another reason I think is really important to do it, at least in my opinion, Malish, is to not to give her
Mm-hmm.
the storyline and the
Yeah.
ammunition because she is that's what she's looking for outside of that's going to be her last play if she can't get now she's changed the subject, but I'm glad that we've taken it on in a different way. It doesn't give her a storyline, but if
Hold
we
on,
do
Bank. Hold
okay.
on.
Hmm.
Steve, I never said I wanted to. I said I believe he did cheat. I don't listen. I understand most of y'all got great marriages, great relationships. Great for y'all. Nobody is bitter of anything, Sapphire. But what I will say is this. I will say this. I don't put nothing past nobody. I don't care if you a female or a male. I don't put nothing past you. You're human. I don't put nothing past you. This is 2026. If we still putting stuff past people, what? Huh? No, I don't. And nobody said they believe Liv. What I said was, we all feel like he probably did double back. We all have double back. We all have went to an ex and cheated on somebody. We not gonna act like I haven't. We all, even if we didn't cheat, we double back to an ex we had no business sleeping with. When it comes to adult activities and you know what you like and you think about that one ex, you gonna slip up. regardless.
You know what? I agree with you. I just feel like that Liv oversold it to me. That's the thing.
Right.
And also, real quick, why is it okay? Does anybody could I don't want to take over your chat, but could somebody please just say, I don't know, just explain to me if you believe her. Why do people run with this lie or even emphasize that she was getting those kids more during that time? She was not. She was getting them her scheduled every
Exactly.
other
Her
week.
schedule week. She
Right.
said
And
exactly. She wasn't getting no extra days.
she was not. That's why. That's what I'm saying. She overplays her hand, and maybe that's like I said. I do believe. I know how men are. It's happened to me. It's happened to my sister with her ex. They will come back and whisper in your ear, talk that game. They just want to see that they still got it. And to me, that's why I said I watched the video right after the last, not last year, not last summer because they didn't go, but the summer before when Robin she hadn't did the kids' hair.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Mm-hmm.
talking, and Gerard says, "Why would I come over there? Because no matter what, if I do come over there, then you're gonna claim I did something to you." So to me, it's like not that that absolves him, but to me that actually makes it like, then why did you go over there? Because see, to
Right.
me, she is not to be trusted. You literally got to have a camera crew with you,
And then
like
let's not
like.
forget, Jazz broke did a can of worms.
Uh-huh.
Jazz said while she was sleeping with him, he
Mhm.
reopened that case.
But
So
see,
obviously,
it was never closed though. Those cases never close when there's an
right.
ongoing, so they never close. And also too, I don't know. Now you for ladies who have kids and or divorces or deal with child support and custody issues, but I thought at a certain point that, I mean, I know you can make motions, but I think that that it's right now. I guess he would be able to prompt the attorney general's office to do something more than what they were
Right.
doing. I guess he could, but also too, she's racking up a lot of money that they can't even ignore it, even if Gerard didn't say
And
anything.
I think that's what the problem is too. Even if he don't say, even if he didn't open it, I believe the state of Texas probably did because one thing about it, everybody got to remember, she lied about her goddamn the money that she makes,
Hmm.
and she's not paying
Yeah. The taxes is what's gonna get her.
the taxes. Is what's gonna get her.
That's what they got, the mob. We got a lot of people. She don't her and Stella better watch out because I don't care what anybody or whoever, who's ever helping her. And that's why I said, I just kind of it's and the sad part is that even when Ryan turns 18, it's never going to be over. This
No.
it's never going to be over. And I just feel at the end of the day, people can say what they want about Nisha. I really wish they would leave Nisha alone because and that this is just my personal thing. She hasn't come out and said anything, and I don't listen. That I've heard. Now there are other people out here who said that they have information. I haven't seen it, and I just feel like that it plays into Liv's hand. And I don't care what anybody says about, oh, well, I don't care what Liv thinks, but it does. It plays into her hand and it plays into
Mm-hmm.
the, and it keeps this storyline going. And to me, Nisha, what is her biggest fault? That she fell in love with a man who could be a cheater, who had the unfortunate, the unfortunate uh relationship with Liv. And we've all been in love. You just said it yourself, Melissa. People cheat, people double back. But people also have fallen in love with people that, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Look at Liv. She
Yeah.
can't leave she can't leave Gerard alone. But yet people just want Nisha to spin on a dime and walk out the door based off of what Liv says. Or what Nisha's not saying because what we would do. Think about it. What we really want our business out there. And that's why I said people need to think long and hard. I am a reactionary person too. I used to be that one that wanted to especially the verbal battle. But social media, I could talk all I want under this anonymous tag of bank. I don't think that I would want to come out here.
Hold on, Bank.
Mhm.
Southside, we're not attacking Nisha. Where do you get that from? We never attacked Nisha.
No, you haven't, but Malish, if you get into some, not necessarily your chat, but if you go into some other chats, and to me, I'm not saying they're attacking like viciously, but they're making it seem like she is a weak woman. And you know, one thing that you are big on is not putting a black woman down for live, especially. To me, it gives off some of this energy. Gives off is that Nisha's this babe in the woods, and you know that live that she should wake the f up and she's a fool and she's all of this. You never said that, but some people have, and that's why I said y'all need to back up off. We don't know what goes on, you know, in that house, you know, behind the closed doors. We don't know if there's some of the things. Yeah, maybe some of the things are true that she can look and say, well, why was you stopping over there that morning? Oh, I was just dropping off money. Okay, well, you know, you can't do that now. Look, we got this problem. Or MF, I don't care. She didn't need the money. But that's what I'm trying to say. But there was probably times that Liv has claimed that he was over there, and Nisha's like, okay, that's funny. He was in here. We were watching a movie that
Yeah,
night.
she might not say. That's what I was saying. She might not say what it was. That's
Right.
why I said around that time when it first happened, I believe, yeah, I believe that was true. And I know a lot of people don't want to believe another reactor, but we have to be honest. They don't know. They watch reactors. We've heard that time and time again. So we're
Hmm.
not gonna sit here and act like they don't watch reactors
Hmm.
either.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
we don't know the conversation they had for it to say, okay, you know what? That's why I say I think it was boundaries put in place. And I think the boundaries were, if we want to think about it around that time that it did happen,
Hmm.
maybe he did have his sister stay with him around that time.
Yeah. I think he did. I think there was.
And it was stressful.
But you know what? Coming from somebody who's been in that situation, but also too, I just want to make this clear too. I think the time, if there was a time to talk, was years ago. That's where I think that's
Yeah.
the problem I'm having now. Now it just we can see it's like to me, I wish Nisha had never told him not dry, don't go. You remember that time when she
Yeah.
kind of shut him down? It's like let him get it all out. But now what I know is that Liv would keep going. She is like
Yeah,
the
because she
daggone
doing it with
Terminator.
Zolo.
She's like the Terminator. What you say?
She doing it with Zolo.
Oh,
She
well, let's
keep
not
doing
even
it.
talk about Zolo because he makes me sick. I wish everybody would ignore anything that he posts. Cause I'm sick of him. If that boy is yours and you don't know for sure, because he loves to throw that out,
I
then you
say
need to
get
go see about it.
DNA.
That's what I say, or shut up, because I'm tired of him playing games with y'all too, and all of
Mm-hmm.
us. Gonna act like that we like he's the smartest person in the room. I said she could hide her. Negro, hush. You could barely talk
Mm-hmm.
in a complete sentence. Why would I listen to you? You know, it's just really sad to me that there's nobody to advocate for AJ. We've been down this road in
Yeah.
Kailani. There is no one. And
I
this
would
new baby.
I would love, I ain't gonna lie, if
Mhm.
they would do it, I would love to have a conversation with them
Oh yeah.
about things to get their perspective because they are is out there. I would love to
Mhm.
talk to Nisha and Gerard, have an interview with them. I feel like that would be fair, and I feel like we will have a conversation. They don't have to tell everything because I know they're not, and I'm not asking them to do that.
Mhm.
But I feel like that would be great so people get the perspective.
True.
And I would like that, but I don't care if she what she got to say about it
Well,
because you keep bringing it up.
it's possible. I mean, if you approach them with pre questions, you know, questions agreed upon questions, you know, maybe if you can make them feel safe, because really it doesn't feel safe in this environment. Not saying that there's no safe spaces for them to do it, but the past, you know, first of all, I think in the reactor commentary community, that's what we do. We react and we do commentary. But it's a
Hold on, Bank.
sure.
Southside, we can talk first if we black and having a conversation. First of all, let me tell. Oh, now I'm finna get into you because after the week I don't motherfucking had with this case, now I'm finna get into you. I'm going to get into you respectfully. First of all, don't ever say I'm not sitting here dragging her. You want me to? I'm not finna drag her, but we not finna sit in this chat and act like because we are black and they have conversations about black families that there are families that do try to mess up your relationship. You not finna do that to me. I don't had a baby. I'm still getting called a temp or a nigga on this internet. I'm not finna play with you with that. What you not gonna do is call me a fraud.
Amen. You are
Like,
you're pretty fair to me. I mean, you got diplomacy because I don't I don't know. I have to develop a look because you kind of go across the stratosphere in dealing with sensitive topics. So, but
yeah,
I think if somebody can create a feeling of safety for them to do it, because I mean maybe that this would be the breaking point because I find it just egregious. I don't care how, sympathetic that Gerard's sister have been towards her. I just
right,
think the fact that she pulled them out, and even if they were friendly to her, see, I kind of agree with you, Melissa. She trying to get out of Dodge because I'm sorry, bail money would have to be raised. There would have to be a family meeting, and we need to talk about who's gonna bail me out
right.
because she is putting so much dirt out in the streets of Dallas. I can't believe that she walks out of that gate of hers. So regardless if the sisters talked or not or helped her out or not, you see how, like I said, who is she not willing to throw under the bus to make Gerard look bad? There's already people who don't think much of him anyway. Liv, what more? You did a good job in convincing those people, right, wrong, indifferent. But the point is, how far does this have to go, Liv, before you shut it down? Who are you going to throw? She threw her kids under the bus. I would think that's the low. So what's
That I
next?
was like, girl.
What's
Now
next? Who's
you
next? She gonna dig up his grandmother? I don't know who's next.
Yeah, that's why I say even if she's still gonna do it, and even if I mean she let's just be honest, she don't care about the law. She don't care about like she don't care about her kids. She don't care about herself. She don't care about nobody. I don't think nothing at this point will
Hmm.
stop her. I hate to say it,
I think you're right. She threw her
but
own
I
stuff under the
really
bus.
think it's gonna take the act of God and whatever He chose
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
do what He got to do.
So at the end of the day, it's almost like it's a circular conversation because we'll be here in a couple of months after this baby is born. She's going to spin a new tale. Um, this is like, I mean, if you are a reactor, and like I said, I want to move on to something else. I found something else that's caught my attention, but I personally would, especially the ones who are entrenched, like she is a bag. She claims that without her people don't eat. That's not true. But you can eat off of her.
Yeah.
You can because she is willing to degrade herself. And even the stuff that she's, like I said, telling the truth on, she mixes it with so much fantasy and lies. You just almost have to sit there and laugh. That's why I said it's kind of like I feel like I'm on the fence. I mean, I can agree with both sides of the arguments just based off of her storytelling, but
Mm-hmm.
also too, it's like when is it? What's going to stop? And that's why I talked about how to really deplatform her, over there.
Yeah.
But the
Because
real
even
way to
if
go
you
about it.
do, it's like she'll go on TikTok. I mean, TikTok didn't do that. So it's like it's kind of like she gonna self destruct. I have to say, let her self destruct in like a way that is fitting. Because I have to be honest, it's gonna take the
Mm,
act of God to self destruct that girl
well,
at this point.
if we're thinking the same, yeah. Only thing, only
I
thing that
hate to
the
say
nice
it.
way, yeah, or they said the power of the tongue. Maybe her. I don't know what would silence her because I don't think, like I said, I call her the Terminator of the mommy sector. She literally only thing, and we won't do it is ignore her because it's like watching a train wreck. I hate to say it, but thank you for letting me come up. I don't want to hog if anybody else
You
wants
all
to come
right?
up. I just wanted to make it clear, like I say there are some things that, like I said, I don't want it to come across because I understand we don't have to agree. And I again, like I said to Carrie, I'm just glad that I'm able to have this conversation with you and say the things I say in the chat. So because you know. you will speak up, and even if you have, I see that people are still chatting with you, so you're doing something right. Even when you
Right.
do have to clarify, this is a place of ideas, and it's a healthy debate, and I don't think you're taking anything personal, and I don't
No,
think chat
I'm not.
doesn't
I
either.
just feel
Yeah.
like always felt to me,
Hmm.
it's not even with my experience, but it's to be honest, it's some men, I'm not gonna say all men don't have self-control. Some do. But we're not gonna sit here and then let's be clear, there are different type of men that have things brought on them differently with other women. But we're not gonna sit here and act like if it's not cheating, it could be something else. We don't know if it's a
Hmm.
miscommunication.
Hmm.
We don't know if, he has an issue with certain things that she has to deal with. We have to think as what she's dealing with as a wife. Because as a wife, we were always taught, if we want to be a wife, to
Hmm.
what? Be quiet, be his safe space and all of that. But what happens when you don't have a safe space in your marriage because of somebody's intentions? That's what we're saying.
But
She
also too,
needs that safe space.
but real quick before I said I was stepping down, I just want to
Hmm.
say I've never been married. I've been in long term relationships, and the reason I've never been married is because I've always compared a lot of the traits that I would want in a partner to my dad. So it was like a double edged sword. I just wanted to say because we're coming up on Father's Day, and this is no shade to anyone or to make anyone feel bad, but it does something to me when I hear just a lot of negativity when it comes to black men because I had a father that understood what a man was and how to take care of a woman and kids. He took on my mother's shoulder,
Hmm.
had 2 kids. And unless and ain't nobody knocked on the door in the 30 plus years he's been gone saying that he cheated on my mom or he had outside kids. He
Right.
he was a good man to me and to my family, and his legacy is still, lasting. So to me, I do know that there are good men out there that will treat you the way you want to be treated. But a lot of the stuff I also recognize that my mother made it very clear to him what she wanted from him. So I just want to say that too. As women, I remember the first time I recognized the reason why I wasn't getting what I wanted is because I didn't ask for it. And
Right.
we think that they're supposed to know, or the asking, I shouldn't, and maybe I should not have had to ask, but that should have been my wake up call early on. You have to ask. So it's like 50, it's like a, give and take. So, like I said, with Nisha and Gerard's marriage, we don't know a lot about. Melissa, you might be able to pull it off. Send them some nice questions, butter them up, give them a safe
Yeah,
space.
I'm gonna see because I feel like as a husband and knowing her, and I
Hmm.
know he don't want to tussle. Well, she probably don't want him tussling with her because we know Gerard is gonna air out all her business.
Hmm.
But I feel like he needs to cover his wife a little more when it comes to her, because, and when I say covering, what I mean is having not just a safe space, but a stand of, hey, listen, that's my wife. You can say and say how you feel how you feel. Whatever happened, happened. But that is my wife,
Hmm.
regardless how you feel about it. And I really need you to back up off my wife. He gonna have to. What was his name off of Why Did I Get Married with Tasha? And he had to yell at Tasha and the baby mama.
Maybe that's coming to a head. That's another
Maybe
thing that
that is.
I've been kind of waiting it out. I'm saying, who knows? I just want to be ready when it happens.
Yeah, I just want him to say that he don't gotta go into details about her, but that he need to stand and say
Okay, I
it with
can see that.
authority. Marcus, yeah, how he stood in authority and stand in as a and stand up, have some authority with her. If he gotta yell at her, cause that's the only way she gonna understand, and let her know this is my wife.
Well, do you think part of it, and I could just be reaching, so let me know if I am. I think a part of it too also comes down to the kids, where Liv doesn't have any, discernment or really care about the long term impact on the kids. I think that heavily weighs on Nisha and Gerard too. And I get that, but I also feel like I get what you're saying too. Just making
Mm-hmm.
a strong statement about this because I'm not
Yeah.
that big on public. Let me just tell you, I'm not so big on him making an apology to Nisha because I think maybe that's where the semantics was getting me. But him coming out having a strong stance on why he is with her and why this is where he's going to be, and even even if he, fell short and messed up with Liv. Because at the end of the day, I just feel like, she's embellishing. But I could be wrong, and I wouldn't be mad if he came out and said it. I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
But I
I wouldn't
think that,
mind him pulling her and saying, listen,
mhm,
I'm going to say this because people, the reason why people say he do owe that because people supported him. We have. We railroad hard for him. And I feel like he need to pull her. This my wife. This is mine. I don't care what you got to say. If it ain't about them kids, please shut up.
but you
I don't
know
want
what?
to hear nothing else.
But you know what? In the early days when and he was going back and forth with Liv, even around the time when he was with Nisha and left and got married, there was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of us who didn't care for Gerard at all and made it very clear. So with him, even them leaving, I think a lot of people have always held Gerard's feet to the fire.
The fire. Yeah.
I just think that Liv has been so egregious that it's hard to forget that there are some people who've always held Gerard accountable. Now, when you throw in the affair, that's something completely different. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people felt like, why would you? I think for me, if it happened, it's like, do you we it's almost like, do you not know this woman? You gotta know this woman. You got kids with her. Like, how do
Right.
you let that happen? I think that was more the question. And I think again, it goes back to Liv always got something up her sleeve. He addresses one thing, she starts another. So let's say he addressed the whole affair thing the first time. Then he would have
Mm-hmm.
had to come back and address what so called happened at the party, with the so called, because remember I thought her story was that she had to go pick Christian up. I thought
Yeah.
that, so then it turned into, oh, they just wanted me to hang out for drinks. But then he would have addressed that. And then she would have got out of jail saying that, she's homeless and has to, go rustle up. Then he would have, like I said, it never stopped. So I don't know what the answer would be, honestly. I just,
I think, yeah,
I just,
because I mean, I see Jennifer saying, he wouldn't gain nothing from it. Yeah, he will. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what hurt her ego. The fact that he came in her territory,
oh, that's true.
grabbed that woman by her hand, and told her and said it in her face on her territory, that will let you know she and y'all will see no and if he do it that way to show her he don't give a damn what she gonna say about him, that ego she got will be done. I'm telling y'all, that's all he got to do. Her
Well,
ego is so big because they don't say nothing. But once that's done, just like Joey had to come on here and do what he had to do, she ain't say nothing too much about Joey. But if Joey come back on this internet and say whatever, you saw how quiet she was.
the one thing that I think also too would just kind of, I don't know if they had a traditional wedding.
Yeah, we
Or
don't
maybe
know.
or maybe that's something they're thinking about doing. I think that's still on the I think maybe that could be a reason why they let him go. That could be something they're working on.
Yeah, they probably is working on the traditional wedding. They probably is, but with the family and stuff, if I would.
I
That's
think that,
stress in itself. You hearing stuff about the family.
but
You're
Gerard is used to
having,
that. Gerard is used to
yeah,
that. He knows how to ice them out. Niecy and them see, this is the thing, another thing too. That Niecy, Danielle, and what's the other, Kimberly,
Kim.
it's Kimberly. They know Gerard will ice them out. So if they were tiptoeing in the tulips with Olivia, they might not find themselves invited to a wedding. I think the show will
Right.
still
And
go
that's
on.
probably gonna derail it again because I think that's what see Nisha has a big family. She used to family unit.
Right. Hmm.
But she probably like, let's be honest, because when you get married with somebody, you're married into their family.
Hmm. Hmm.
And you have to deal what you marrying that mother, even when you have a child, and she can talk crap about them all day. First of all, baby, you talked about these people. You knew when you had them kids what it was in this family. You already knew what you had to deal with. You got to
Hmm.
deal with that for life. Now that she's married into it, she got to, but she don't have no kids. But she still got to deal with that because the toxicity that's in that marriage is already could be playing to the I mean the family be playing into the marriage because you got to think about it. If my husband is stressed with his siblings and his family, I have a friend that go through the same thing. She had to set his her sister-in-law don't like her, but she had to
Hmm.
set strong boundaries because she like, no, y'all not gonna keep using my husband. That is my husband. You're not gonna work him to death for you. That's not how this go.
Yeah. But I'm gonna let Steve take over, and I'm gonna drop down.
Okay,
All right. Thank you for letting me come up.
you're welcome.
All right.
Hey, Steve. Hello.
Okay.
What happened? Steve, what you got going on? Hello? Can you hear? Hold on, hold on.
What?
Okay, can you hear? Steve! Y'all can hear Steve? Because I don't refreshed everything. Can y'all
Oh
hear?
yeah, I know, bro. I think it's on the second
Hold on, Steve. Let me go out and come back in. No, y'all can't hear Steve. Steve, I'm gonna put it back and I'm gonna drop down and come back. You heard him? Okay, maybe it's me. Let me drop down and come back. Steve, Steve, I can't hear Steve. Hold on, what the heck going? Can put a one in chat if you get Steve. I need StreamYard to get together. Ain't close to $1 million
Can you hear me
company.
now? How about
How
now?
about
Can
now?
you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me? Now I can hear you.
Okay, it was the echo. Oh my God, it's still echoing bad. But anyway, I had my coworker. He was trying to log me in. Anyway,
Okay.
long story short. So I didn't hear a lot of your conversation because I was actually working. But I do want to point out a couple things. Y'all might have covered it, but so forgive me. Am I echoing on your end or just my end?
They say you echoing, but I don't hear echo.
I hear it too.
I
Let
think
me.
because
Oh
he up
God,
here twice.
I'm in your StreamYards twice. Can you delete one of them out?
Okay.
Yes. How about now?
You good.
I think that's better.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple things, and I'm just kind of like when this whole thing happened with Gerard and Nisha. How many times did he come to the internet and beg or tell the community, "I need y'all guys' support. I need your help"?
He did that a long time ago.
I mean, how many times though? I mean, did he
Hmm.
really come on and make a video and say, "Hey guys, I really need your help. I really need your support"?
I don't remember him saying that.
I have no idea. I wasn't around back then, but I
Yeah, I don't
kind
remember
of
him
doubt
saying
he
that.
ever did.
Yeah,
He owes this community nothing.
He only came
His
on here and say, hey, he came on here to bash her. He did.
right,
Ain't even gonna lie.
yeah, and I'm sure he probably used to bash her more often back in the day. But like. Melissa, I couldn't tell you how to run your YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people think him or anybody else would really give two shits about what people think on the internet about their marriage?
True,
I
but
mean, why
like I
is it
said, I
that
want
people
him
feel like
to
Nisha is
defend.
so bothered? This
She could
community
be.
is so small. It's tiny compared to the internet, but compared to the to other reactor sectors, this thing is minuscule. I come from a different reactor community where people get 500,000 views, 200,000 views routinely. I've never came across anybody in my personal life or my online life that know anything about this community. So I could literally go through YouTube and do everything I do and never come across a reactor. And when I go to my other channels
Mm-hmm.
that I've never looked up reactors, I don't see nobody from this community. So the idea like Nisha is sitting around bothered, she might not look at this shit.
She
I mean, I
watching.
think we're more invested to it and interested into it because it's entertainment to us. This is their life. They're living their life, building homes, building relationships, taking care of children, and paying live dust. And for everybody, we make a lot of assumptions. And I mean, it's cool. It's totally cool to make assumptions. This give us stuff to talk about, to listen to, but we only see what they show us. Now, Nisha and Gerard shows us a very little. Liv shows us a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't know about Gerard building a whole house. Neither did Liv. They were able to do that with none of us knowing about it. These people got a whole life. And then whenever they do something, people we put our ideals and perceptions on it. It's
Hold on,
always
Steve.
rotates back
Hold
to,
on.
oh,
Let
they're
me let
doing
me
this
say
to
this.
piss Liv off, or
Hold
doing
on.
this
Hold
or
on. Hold
that.
on. Southside, you can't strike live. Live channel has been struck multiple times. YouTube does not care.
It's a
YouTube
way to
don't
get rid
care.
of Liv. It's I've done it with other people in other communities that got rid of very problematic people that abused and neglected their children. And what's going to happen when her channel is taken down, and it is coming down this summer for sure? She's going to start another channel because she's addicted to the internet. The
Yeah.
thing is, she will never get back to the numbers she ever had because most of her subs are dead subs and
Oh
bot
yeah,
subs.
Tina Tequila.
So she'll get back to maybe 5, 6,000, maybe 10,000 subs. But once you get a channel removed, it's easier to get the content creator removed again because now they're band evasion. And so I've been through this. I've seen this so many times. And people that's far worse than Liv, if you want to believe it or not. I mean, somebody lost their kids 14 times before they were
Damn.
permanently removed. And their house, Liv's house, looked like a castle compared to these people homes. I mean, it was really bad. But I think we just put so much. I like me personally. I don't give two craps about people what they think about me because people always make so many assumptions about me, and I don't care. I mean, not that if somebody walked up to me and said something hurtful, it wouldn't bother me, but I don't really care about people I don't respect or don't know them or value their opinion. I'm a black man working a racist redneck industry. People make all
Yeah.
kind of assumptions about me. They make assumptions about what I know how to do, how educated I am, how hardworking I am, um, my dreams and aspirations. So they make all kind of assumptions, but they don't know me. So I don't care. I don't go around and be like, oh no, actually I'm into this or I'm into that. I just live my life. And I think Nisha and Gerard, that's what they do. Because no matter what they do, if Gerard and Nisha spent money and went and sued Liv for libel and slander, they could absolutely win. So what would it take? It's civil, so they had to hire a lawyer. They have to spend money out of their pocket. They have to use their emotion, energy. They have to think about this stuff. They have to go to court, and they win. They win a judgment. Okay, $50,000. She's judgment proof. How you gonna get your money? She's broke. So wasted your time, your money, and all of this to sue her. And guess what she gonna be doing? Laughing, feeling good, because she loves their attention. She wants nothing more than Gerard's attention, whether it's negative or positive. The way you hurt a narcissist is just stop interacting. Stop taking the bait. Stop
But
reacting to
she's
them.
still, this what I'm saying, she's still going. It don't matter. On their side, she's still going. That's why
Well,
I was
she's
saying
a,
it really
she's going to
wouldn't
go
it
until she
really
dies.
wouldn't matter
She's a
if
narcissist. I wish people
right. But what
actually
I'm
look. I
saying
know
is
people throw the narcissists around, and
it
most of the
don't
time it's just
matter.
incorrect.
Even if they do,
She, go ahead.
it don't matter if she does they do it or not. Olivia, like I was telling Banks, it don't matter. I say it's gonna take the act of God for something to happen. Because even if we stop reacting and her channel gone, she goes somewhere else, she's gonna do it. It does not matter. Even
So
somebody say a gag
why
order,
waste your
it won't
energy
matter.
as them? I mean, for us it's entertainment, but for them it's a waste of their time and energy to try to get her to shut up. I mean, she's going to do this is who she is. This is her personality. She's going to die doing the same stuff.
That's
Don't
what I'm
waste
saying. It's gonna
that.
take the act of God on her.
Yeah, I mean, so personalities are set. By the time you get about 14 to 15, your personalities is pretty much set in stone. Now, she has a personality disorder. She's not going to change. Outside of a stroke or traumatic head injury, she's going to be who she is. She's a narcissist. Now, she can become self aware and manage herself a little bit better, but she's at baseline, she's going to be what she is. You got to move on. There's so many women that's in relationship with narcissist men, and they spend their whole life arguing and trying to manage them and do this and do that and reacting, and it's not going to change.
Yeah, because
You
even
know,
though she said, I want him to clarify he did not essay her. That is a strong allegation. That I'm not finna say, oh, don't say nothing. No, honey. That is a strong allegation out here. That to make
listen,
you
he
look
tried to
bad.
imply that he might have touched Robin. She wrote that out for like one or twice, and nobody bid on it, and so she moved on. Narcissist, the whole thing, even with his sister, or sisters, this is totally typical garden variety type narcissist behavior. Any therapist that actually work with narcissists and people that's victim of narcissist abuse would tell you off top, she's going to
So
use
you
flying
think
monkeys. She's going to use people in your family, and she's going to
you
manipulate
think
them.
that she didn't talk to the sisters?
No, no, I'm saying if she did talk to the sisters and the sisters were feeding her information, this happens all the time. This is what narcissists do. The people in your family and friend group, the narcissist will use them and manipulate them to keep tabs on you, to get information from you. So you, as the victim of a narcissistic abuse, and you're trying to get out of it, not only do you have to cut the narcissist off, you have to identify monkeys. It might be your father, might be your mother. Hey, you know what? Liv she's improving and she's doing better. And you have to give her a call. She had an accident You shouldn't be mean like that. Just check on her. She's a flying monkey. So what you have to do is also cut them off or limit them extremely to contact with you and your personal information because they're going to feed it back to the narcissist. So for Liv to go after his family members and to corkscrew into their lives, that's totally typical for a narcissist. She's not even a special narcissist. It's not like uh, she's gained power. She has a career. There's a lot of narcissists in industries and executives. She's a piss poor narcissist.
Do you think that she, like the sisters, like her in some sense? Like they still want to
I,
deal with her?
I wouldn't be surprised if they like her. Liv is a manipulator. She is very well at observing people. She's always collected information to use against people. She don't understand people, but she's aware of people motivation, wants, and needs. She feeds the reactor industry because we want information, we want stuff, and for us to talk about and laugh about. I mean, do the sisters really like her? If some of them do, wouldn't surprise me.
Mm.
But if you
And
really look up what a flying monkey is, this is very common. Narcissists will wiggle their way into your life, your family life, and then they want to isolate you. They want to isolate you from those people, and any people you have contact with, they have control over them too.
I mean, well, they do have, like, I agree, D, they do have a common, Dina, they do have a common, hate for Nisha. But at
Yeah, they
some
might hate
point,
Nisha.
I
Yep.
mean, she gotta sit there and do about, she set boundaries, and that's what it is. It's strong boundaries.
But I just really the ideal for me of Gerard or Nisha on the public or on the internet some kind of explanation is crazy because I feel like
Well,
Militia, if I
I
come to
say that.
you and be like, hey,
Let me
you owe
say
us an
why.
explanation about something that's
Let me
going on
say
with
why
you and
people
your
think
brother,
that. Let
you'd
me
be
say
like,
why
what?
people think that. Let me tell you why people think that. When I remember watching this situation,
Yeah.
they liked Gerard and they hated Gerard and they went back to loving Gerard.
Yeah.
People had the utmost respect and the gratitude and held Gerard really to a higher standard before they
Hmm.
put his feet in the fire. He was
Did
at a,
Gerard tell
we
him to
not
do
gonna
that?
lie, a standard.
Did
I
Gerard say,
didn't
hey,
say he.
guys, I need y'all to hold me to a high standard. I need y'all help with Live. I'm laying my heart out on the line. Or did Gerard just kind of live his life and he was going through some shit with a woman? We're putting this shit on
I
him.
feel like he should have been airing her out at some point. I mean, hell, shit, she aired everybody else out. I'ma
I
think
would love
fair. I'ma
for
air. I'ma
Gerard
air
and
her ass
Nisha
out
to come to the internet once a month and
and
rip
air
Live
her
apart.
out. That's what
I
I
would
would
love it
love
because
too.
it would be entertaining.
I ain't
And
gonna
to
lie.
see Live react, huh?
I ain't gonna lie. I would love that because I want to see
I
the
would love it
reaction.
too. But the thing is, I'm not raising kids with a narcissist. I don't have to worry about what's best for my children's mental health. I don't have to worry about them seeing me down talk and discourage their mother. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about putting their needs emotionally above
But
my
she
need to get back.
right, but she already discouraged because I mean she gonna never do right by them children. That's just
Well, no, no,
what's
no.
gonna
Fuck
happen.
Live. I'm talking about the children do not need to see Gerard and Nisha talking shit about their mother who they love.
But can I say this?
As a
I feel
man
like
and a woman, you got to suck it up and
that's
do what's
true. But can
best
I
for
say
your
this?
children's mental health.
Can I say this? I think they
Yeah.
know who their mother is already in a sense. I don't
Yes.
think I think they understand it's really like that's just who she is. Even if he did that and he says about that, let's be clear. They know who she is and they already have it in their mind. They don't want nothing to do with that lady.
Yep. And him sitting around or Nisha talking bad about her, they should never do that. And it sucks because you got this little broke ass hyena popping off at the mouth, and your natural instinct is to react and say stuff. But look at it like this: anytime they react to live, it's like giving her a belly rub. She feeds off of attention. And the best attention she can get from anybody is Gerard's attention because he used to love her. And it was like uncut dope when she had complete control over him. And she did. And now he took that supply away. She's going from man to man trying to get that feeling. And she can't get it because none of these niggas love her. They'll give her attention, they'll play with her, but it ain't the same. She feeds off of emotional attention. And by Gerard not responding, she is starving. She stays up night thinking about him.
She they ain't the only person she's starving from. Cause Joey ain't responding either.
Joey don't hold a candle compared to what Gerard took away from her. Gamer Bait, all of them. Yes, it hurts her, but not like Gerard. To have somebody that actually love you and you have complete control over them. For a narcissist, it doesn't get any better. And he took it away. It ain't like he went to jail or something. He eventually walked away and left her. And one thing you don't do to a narcissist, male or female, you don't leave them. They leave you, if anything. But for you to say, I'm done, and walk away and stop engaging with them is ego death to them. They're teaching a textbook on how to actually deal for narcissists. And some people will say, hey, well, you can't really say she's a narcissist. She hasn't been diagnosed as one. It takes time. This is true. This is true. So my opinion is she's a narcissist. But the fact is, the things that they are doing and that's having an effect on her is the things that you do to a narcissist and it has an effect on them. So I don't know. Just to say, I don't know what the hell she is. But them treating her like she's a narcissist is achieving what they want.
I'm sorry. I couldn't let her keep talking. I say something. I have to at least a little bit. At least a little bit. I'm
I
sorry.
get it.
Ain't no way I would never not cover my husband. Ain't no way I would have to have a cut. We would come now. Them coming every once in a while and saying that's not true. That's not true. I don't mind it. But at some point when they did that, she didn't say much. But it's like at this point, it's like when is enough is enough. It's like saying you can't keep. I'm sorry. I'm not finna keep sitting here, keep taking a beat and verbal abuse from somebody, and I can't just not do anything. I'm gonna want to
The
fight
the lesson is you can only control yourself. That's a lesson Liv will never learn.
because
She
after a
wants to control
while,
other people.
4 or
I'm
5 or
not going to be
6 years,
manipulated by somebody like Liv.
4 or 5 years, I'm gonna know.
It'll be
Like,
another 10, 20. The kids will be finished college and got married, and they'll be dealing with their narcissistic mother that's trying to control them. Just accept it. No matter what Gerard and Nisha say, it's not going to stop her. It's going to embolden her. And she feel like she's still in there. And she would be in there. Nisha said, the babysitter. What happened? 3 days later, she came over to the store with Gerard, cheating with her, coming over, all of that. She went to Florida. Through that whole thing, she made over $20,000. So it was a nice remark Nisha made. I loved it, but ultimately they put money in her pocket. That was the end result of that. She ran with that. She got so mad. 3 days later, she started talking about he's been over there cheating and this and that, and we ate it up. So yeah, it's hard to say I'm not going to engage in this and that. But guess what makes it easier? The love of your family, the enjoyment of your job, the good people you know in your real life, the future that you're building. That's what makes it easier. And that's what you're supposed to concentrate on. And that narcissist role in your life becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. So I get the pettiness. I totally understand why people like, oh, it couldn't be me. But also at the same, you're saying, oh yeah, I will voluntarily be controlled by a eighth grade dropout.
Well, no, I'm not saying be controlled. I say it's not wrong to throw shade every now and then, like she been doing,
What's
because
up,
I
man?
What's
would
up, buddy?
continue
Hey, who
to.
I need to reach out to about the like the little packet? You know, the little clear packet.
Oh, bro,
Got
I
you.
got it. They didn't have it on equipment. And I took it off because I like it get lost.
I got you. And what about this? This part of it too?
That was part that was sitting on top of it.
Okay,
That was the only thing.
all right, thank you, man.
Thank you, bro. I'm sorry about that.
I would say throw shade every now and then. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes
No,
it's
it is
nice to
something
see
wrong with that.
somebody at retarded
You
and
want
spiral. I like it
to
since they feel like it's right for them to want to see me spiral. I want to see you
you
spiral
want
too.
so you I mean just admit it. You would if you were in a relationship with somebody like Liv, just call him Marcus.
Mhm.
Even though Marcus talk about you a dog, tell all
Mhm.
kind of lies about you, disparage your mother, your family, your dead kid, every once in a while, you would just have the urge and could not control yourself and say, I want Marcus to feel good today. Let me say something.
How that make them feel good? I don't make them feel good. I
No,
don't
no.
do
What
feel good.
with
I
a
make them cry.
narcissist? With a
Listen, I
narcissist,
can't
you would be
help.
making him feel
And
good.
if you hurt me at some point down the line, it might not be the hurt you want. Now I might not say nothing, but I have my
But
life
you,
being great to hurt you worse.
yeah, I mean, so you wouldn't sit there and knowing that it would make him feel good by you popping off. If you knew that for sure, would you pop off?
Mm, it depends.
Well,
It
I'll
depends
tell
on
you
what it
this:
is.
Gerard and Nisha have
Cause
matured
me,
greatly over their relationship as a
mhm.
couple, it seems, and as individuals. Because the hardest thing for people to do with a narcissist is also the easiest. Just stop responding.
Now him, I have to disagree with the mama because I would have cussed her the hell out and I would have went toe to toe about my grandma and I would have talked about her about to be deceased grandma. That's just me. I'm
I don't care if a
sorry, cause
weirdo
ain't
talk
no
about my
way
dead mama.
you
That's
go
just
talk
mom. They
about my
don't know me.
mama
They
and
don't
I
know
ain't
my
talked
mama.
about your
They're
kids'
trying to get a
grandmama.
reaction out of me. I'm not going to react. Now, if I do react, they're not going to know it was me that delivered their consequences. You're not going to trick me out of my job. You're not going to trick me out of my position.
Oh
You just
no,
I'm not going to go to jail for you.
no,
But
but
if
I
you
talked
ride down
about
the
her mama.
street and get pulled over and you got some dope and a stolen gun under your seat, that ain't my problem. I'm
I
not
would
going to
talk about her
be
mama.
doing the shit for the public.
I'm sorry. When I come out, you talked about my mama. I got to talk about your mama. Fair is
Man,
fair.
people will try to push you, bro.
Fair is
I mean,
fair. Cause
and
damn,
I get it, but
I came out that cootie cat. I don't care. You can talk about anything else. So, but not about my kids and my mama.
if somebody go beat Liv butt, somebody just off the street, she's going to come on camera with black eyes and say, Gerard did it, or he had a family
Of
member. No
course, she
matter
gonna
what
say he
happens, she's
did it.
going to blame him.
but she ain't gonna have no proof.
Right. But she's still going to use it for a storyline. She's no matter what, she's going to keep going. Gerard could move to another state and something happened to live in Texas. It's still going to be Gerard's fault. She's still going to lie. It doesn't matter. So you
I
just
think
move
she
on with
doing
your
that
life.
because she's moving, and I think she upset because of certain conversations. I don't think it had. I think her thing is, even if we talk about her at some point, and that's what I be saying. That's because the conversations about her about to be stopped. I have to go focus on something else, and at some point, I can't now. She come over here just to get stuff to go ahead and talk about it. Then that's just her niche.
Yeah. That's her content, but he's not volunteering to be her content. He got the kids, he got the wife, he got the future. I mean, what else do he want? He want Liv to shut up? Who cares? Run your mouth.
That's
I
what I was
guarantee
saying. She
you,
can continue to run her
nobody
mouth
Gerard
because
worked
she
with know
tells on
who Liv
herself.
is.
So we don't care about that, but we know that she tells on herself. That's not the point. We know she gonna tell on herself. So continue. We don't mind.
And I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love
And that
watching it. And I
hold
love the
on, Steve.
pettiness.
And that's why I said I didn't want to talk about that situation, Sapphire, because that's exactly what she was going to do. So
But
we
still,
already
now I
know.
leave with this. Did she lie so much? And I'm not saying Gerard has not cheated with Liv. I'm not saying Gerard would never cheat. Gerard might be sleeping with every hooker from Texas to New York right now. Right?
Hey,
I
who
don't
telling?
put
Who
stuff
knows?
past anybody. But what I am saying is she has not provided any verifiable, conclusive proof that he slept with her last year.
Hey, don't even say that, Steve, because she'll go on and on.
Yeah, the only thing she had to do is, just pull up the ring cameras from the camera she had mounted
I
to
don't
her
think
living
them
room wall
cameras gonna
and show
work.
him in the house.
Them
She said
cameras
they
just
were
started
having sex
working.
on the floor right there, and it's a camera right there. So why not?
Hey, them cameras just started working. We ain't even gonna tell her that. We
I
ain't even
mean,
gonna tell her that. We know she did not pay them bills for them cameras until not too long ago.
I'm
Cause
talking about
she
in her
knew that
old
check was
apartment.
at the
She
door.
had,
Yeah, yeah. Well, we
I
know.
mean,
Yeah, I understand, but I ain't. Cause why she
she
gonna
said
do
her
that
and
in this
Gerard
live?
was going out together, and she
They
never took
wasn't going
any
out no
picture or
damn well.
video.
Cause she don't never take. She would have went live. That's how we know that part
She
wasn't true.
said
Because she don't
She
never take them
said
damn
Gerard
kids out to
told her
eat.
to go live while he was there. And she said,
I know that ain't
no,
true.
that would be weird. I'm not going to do that. Do we believe this bullshit? Come
I
on,
believe
Liv.
they were cheating, but I don't believe that they're going out. That whoever took Olivia out anywhere.
Liv, he's
Can
in her
anybody raise
house
your hand?
and telling her, Liv, go live. I don't care. And
She
Liv said,
always go live. That's
no,
how we
I
know
don't
that wasn't
want to.
true. That's why we say she mixed the truth with the lies. Cause we already know she would have went live, y'all. Come on
Of
now.
course, she
We
would have
know
went
that.
live. Rub it
She would
all
have
up
went
in Nisha's
live for
face.
that
Rub it up
part.
in all
I
the
say
reactors'
that.
face.
Yeah, she would have went live about that part.
It's all ridiculous lies, man. And people say, well, so people hate Liv so much they're just blinded to the facts that he cheated with her.
But this what I'm gonna
I don't
say. I'm
hate
gonna tell
Liv.
you
She's
something.
amusing to
Even
me,
and I'm gonna
but
say
I'm going by
why
the
I say
evidence.
I'm gonna say this. You got to think about how male centered she is too. Because if a man tell her to do something, she's gonna do it. So even if he
Yeah,
said don't take no pictures or do videos, she's not gonna do it because she's not
exactly.
gonna do no. Because the fact is, guess what, y'all? She not gonna put it on the billboard in Dallas because he said not to, and that's the part y'all forget. She's male centered women,
Oh no,
all
hold on a sec.
regardless
Hold
with
on a
them or
sec.
not.
Hold on. I'm sorry. When it come down to her collecting information to use against male she's involved with, and ain't no stopping her. She is sneaking, conniving. She would have, if they
Right.
were out and about,
But
she
she
would
ain't
have
got the money
took
for no
video.
billboard,
She
and
would
that's
have
the
took
eight hundred
picture
dollars. She can't afford it.
for
But no,
for
if
what?
he told her not to take, now she'll show a text message. But you gotta think, if he say don't show my, just like with Grandpa Bay, don't show my face. She, cause he was trying to show hers. He wanted, if he would have stayed long enough, that face would have been shown to the internet. That face would have been shown to the internet. If he would have stayed long enough, she would have did it. But here's my thing: if a man say don't do, just like she say she never cooked catfish, but she cooked catfish. She don't eat catfish.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm clear with this. Are you saying if he was coming over there and they were going out and he said, "Liv, don't take any pictures of me with you," she would have obeyed that and not done it?
Yeah, cause she want actual
Really?
attraction. Yeah,
So when he was over, so she would listen to that. But when he was over her house and he told her to go live, and she said
I don't
no,
think
that
he
would be
told her
weird.
that. I don't think
I
he
mean, she's
told her
so
that.
male
That's what I'm
centric. Why didn't
saying.
she go live?
She didn't go live because of the fact that she knew that if he would have left, she would not touch him. That's why I don't even think they went out with each other. I think it was
But no, no,
a
no, no, no.
get in
You
a
can't have
moment.
it both ways, Melissa. You can't have it both ways.
How?
She's saying they were out in public
They weren't out in
and
public.
he didn't take pictures of her. She didn't
They
take
weren't
pictures
out
of
in
him,
public.
huh?
I think I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think he had an argument with, and it got bad with Nisha. He drove off. He went over there, and it was a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and he left. I don't think it was no pictures or nothing. I think it was just that, and he left. He
So
left.
how about so if he was over there and he told her to go live, then she would have went live, right? Because she's
But
male
here's the
centric.
thing. You want me to tell you how I know that's a lie? Jerron ain't finna tell her to
Mhm.
go live when he already creeping. Who gonna tell somebody to go live when they creeping? That's crazy.
As far as him going over there, apparently he's supposed to have went over there multiple times, but at least one time she said he went over there in his concrete truck.
I don't think it
That's
was
a
a
lie.
concrete truck. That I don't think it was that either. Like I
Well, I
said,
tell
I
you, it
think
wasn't that. Now I'll tell you real
yeah.
quickly why. Concrete cooks off. So you've never seen a concrete truck just sitting in your neighborhood. You've never
Exactly.
seen a concrete just sitting because when the concrete cooks off in the drum that spins around,
hmm
it's a $300,000 repair. They go
Exactly.
straight from the battery factory to the job. The concrete, you got about 3 hours to work with it, and they go right back to the battery factory and wash out the drum and reload. They don't go. You've never seen a concrete truck at a restaurant, back in the neighborhood, sitting in some
No.
apartments, chilling.
And when they go on
She's
lunch,
an
they go in a
absolute lie.
company truck. That's how we knew that was a lie too.
So she lied
He
about
was in his
all of this stuff,
car.
but he still she's proved that he's been over there. He cheated.
She say more than once. I say one. I think it was a wham bam thank you ma'am moment. And that one time and that was it. After that, I think he knew he fucked up and he said, hell no. That's what I
Who in the
believe.
world don't know that Liv can't hold water and she tells everything?
Yeah,
We
we
all
know
know
that
that.
for sure.
He knows that.
That's how I know that she like. That's why I say I think he had a moment like of emotions. Like damn, like he probably was under the influence. You never know. But all of that,
Man,
it
you
was
can go and
5
get an
months.
Instagram
No,
thought for $300 and don't worry about the headache.
I
There's
mean
some
that ain't
bad
true
women
either
in
because they
Dallas,
all
some
talk. They
gorgeous
all
women
talk.
that you
They
can
all
rent.
talk. They all talk. It don't matter. They all talk.
Oh, you think
Like
if Gerard slept with somebody,
if
they
he
would be
slept
on the
with an
internet talking about I
Instagram thought,
slept with
we
Gerard
have we
Webb,
not
a guy
seen?
I don't know nothing about.
Have we hold on? Have we not seen? If you said the Instagram thoughts, have we not seen? Even though they still got paid, how many of these football players,
Gerard is
basketball
not
players, men
famous.
with money, even if he
Gerard's just
wasn't
a regular
famous, he got
nigga.
money. They feel
Oh
like they
my
gonna
god.
always tell the wife. That's what they
Gerard's not
do.
rich. He's
But
middle class.
It don't matter.
I'm
Even
just
if
saying
he's
it would
middle
be a safer
class,
move
if
to
he
go buy
promised,
sex
I
to deal
understand
with
what you're
Liv.
saying, but if he would have said, you know what, I'm gonna give you 300, baby, I'm gonna take you around the world, I'm gonna go sweet talk, I'm gonna give you a purse, and he do it. Oh, that nigga say he gonna give me my purse. He gave my money, but he get. That's what I'm saying. Olivia
Guess
can't
what
hold
about
water, so we
guess
know
what
she gonna
about
say it.
Instagram thoughts and professional ex workers? At a certain price
Professional ex
point,
workers ain't gonna talk.
they don't stink. I mean, so that's
That's a
well
whole
worth the price
difference,
right there. Not dealing with Liv.
right?
I mean,
They don't
it's to me, it's
smell.
just I think people give Liv sexual prowess way too much.
Well, no, they don't smell. Just she just has a thing for it. Her thing is she want to have a touch. She want Gerard to touch her. She got to do whatever she can just
yeah,
to for him to touch her. So yeah, if that man say don't record and go live, I don't believe he said that. I believe
I
she
don't
was
either.
happy he came over that one night. He got it, and in her mind, she thought he gonna touch me again. We gonna do this. I still love him. Let me tell you something. For some people, take sexual activities as just that. Some people, Olivia is the type of woman that get feelings from a one night stand. So that's how I know she caught feelings and she thought it was love from that one night stand, because of the fact was, let's be clear, he still loved her by touching her on a mistake or just a actual thing. That's
I tell
it.
you what, it's possible. I don't put Pat. It's possible Gerard went over there one time or 20 times. Well, she should have documented it. She should have
Yeah.
actually took some real photos or some real video. It shouldn't be this little. Let me show you half of this and a quarter of that, because she's a habitual liar. We all know that. And so until she shows some actual verifiable evidence, I don't believe anything she's saying. And she can, it's because she's a habitual liar and a narcissist, she will carry this lie for 20 more years. Just like
Yeah.
she will lie to Robin in 40 years and talk
Mhm.
about how Gerard was beating her and doing stuff. There's no
and
limit. She's not going
and
to
let's
stop.
say this. And let's say this. And I want to say this. For her to ask them kids them questions only because they were intimidated to say yeah. They only
Yeah,
was
I mean,
intimidated. So we not gonna act like they wasn't. It could have been a
yeah.
one night, one time thing. And that's it. And he walked away. But other than that, I don't think it was 5 months. And I said that. I think it happened once, but I don't think it was 5 months.
It definitely could have. I mean, she should have documented it though.
Yeah.
That would be.
I
I'm not
mean,
taking her word
and
and
I'm not
some.
saying I'm taking, I never, nobody take her word fully. What we're saying is, if you know this woman, and this is what we're been saying, if you know this woman have this trait of trying to bait you into arguments, why put yourself in that position to have it gun for your wife now? Because you know she hates your wife. The threats and all that stuff she has made, she hates her. What I'm saying is, don't put your
So
wife
on
and
one hand,
yourself in nothing.
over the last 3 4 years, he has spoke publicly about her directly. What, maybe 2 or 3 times?
I'm just saying about just that one time of emotion.
R-
He should have thought about it
right.
and never put them in that situation, because now it has gotten worse.
So to me, that would say it would make less sense that he did, because for over the last 2 or 3 years, he might have spoke about her 2 or 3 times, and she has
hmm
said the most foul, ridiculous,
Right.
unhinged
Exactly.
stuff about him. But
Exactly.
that
And
one
about her.
night, he had to go and get some stank pot.
He probably did. I ain't gonna lie to you. Uh, We gotta be honest. If a man feel like the way I see it, men, okay, because a lot of people was jumping down my throat. Certain men feel like I gotta go was relatable because I have to hold my standards up and I have to stand on business. If a man feel like Olivia's easy, any man can lay with Olivia. We're not finna lie.
Hmm.
Any easy man that feels like she easy can have a wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. I'm about to go about my business. Have a great life. Have a great life.
I
I
mean, we
just
have
want
to
to make
agree,
sure.
and I agree. Like, If he wanted to have sex with her, he can. I mean, I'm not saying, oh no, and I'm not saying, oh
Yeah.
no, he would never. I'm just saying she has not proven that he did.
Right. And we can say this. I'm not gonna say. I say if she probably didn't even get a chance to prove that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when he came, she opened the door. She was happy, and she basically wanted to lay there and have him jump her bones. And she thought he was gonna call her. He probably said, "Yeah, I'll call you later. Talk about the kids." And she was waiting on that day, and it never happened.
When he came, she would have had one or two cameras sitting on a bookshelf, one on her little workout machine.
Right.
She would have
And she
captured it.
probably didn't have time to even capture it. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with
We're
you.
making a lot of excuses for this
I'm a, I'm
conniving,
gonna say this.
lying, manipulative person.
I'm gonna say this. One thing I can say with her, and I'm gonna say this. We know she broke as hell. She probably ain't pay for them damn cameras. Cause remember, she claimed somebody was knocking at her door around that time, and she had a light. We just gonna be honest. That hoe ain't paid that bill that month.
Okay,
She
let's say they're not.
probably didn't.
Yes, say that they weren't paid for. Even during that period, she had at least two cell phones, and she
Right.
has a baby camera
And
that's not
he probably
connected
just
to a
came in
server.
and just right.
She
And he
would have
probably just
recorded this.
came
Yes, stop
in
making
and
excuses.
I ain't making excuses. He probably did just come in and smooch her down. You never know. If he's upset,
Oh, you
he
know
probably
what?
just
He
went
might
there.
have flew through the window on a unicorn and said, "Hey, baby, give it to me." And the
I don't think
unicorn
he
watched.
talked to
This
her.
is
And you gotta
possible.
understand in the heat of a moment, it's just gonna happen.
I've been
Nobody
in
gonna
the heat
think,
of the
oh, let me
moment.
think of how we're
We all
gonna
been in the
have
heat of
this
the
sex.
moment.
Let's think of
But
how
we're
we're gonna
talking
have
about
this
Liv
sex.
here that desperately wants to
But
prove
here's
to
the
thousands
thing.
of people
One
that
here's what
Gerard
is
is
she
a
gonna pull
cheater
up?
and Nisha is stupid. She
She's
wants to
not
prove
thinking
that
about
desperately.
that. She's not thinking about that.
Oh, come
She,
on, bro.
I'm not gonna think. No, she didn't.
Come on.
I'm gonna tell you why. Cause we all know Olivia is ready to have sex. Hello, that is a hot
She's
box.
Gerard's coming over
But let's be
and
honest. She
she
don't even
ain't
have
going to
recordings
record
of
nothing.
Joey over there unless he's sitting there and they're not having actual contact.
Why didn't she record him walking out the door?
Cause she wasn't thinking
Why didn't
about
she
it.
step out her balcony and
Cause
record
she
him walking to
wasn't
his
thinking
car?
about it. Let me tell you something. The best
Come
is when
on.
you
This is just
don't.
like getting
I'm gonna
crazy.
tell you. The best is when you don't have, when you don't have a thought to it. You just do it. Everybody say that. That's the best time to do it. That's the
Man,
best
you
time to do it.
but listen, I get all of that, but we're talking about Liv
Why?
that's trying to
Right.
prove
That is the
stuff
best
to
time to do it.
the
And
internet.
plus, she probably was drunk as hell. You think a drunk gonna remember to cut a camera?
Liv records
Liv
everything.
stays drunk around that time. She
Liv
thought it was
records everything.
exactly. There we go, Miss Love. That's what it was. She knew that if she record, no, think about it. She knew that if she recorded it, who won't come back? She thought he was coming back, so that's why she didn't record it.
Well, hold on a second. I'm not saying she say turn around, Gerard, and she stick the camera in his face. I'm not saying
Mhm.
that. I'm talking
Right.
about she would have covertly recorded him, whether it was just one of her extra phones
But
with the
okay, if
camera
she did
on
record it
and him
on,
walking in
can
the
I say
door.
this?
She
Can I
would have
say this? If
recorded
she record,
the,
I don't think she recorded that, but I'm gonna tell you what she did record. And if it happened, I'm gonna tell you what's probably recorded, and you can't show that on the internet.
oh well, you know what? Liv know really she know how to do stuff. So she could just easily put it in a Dropbox and I don't know, the link get out there. She could blur it out. Liv know how to edit. I think we're just making too many excuses for the lack of her having any verifiable
If
evidence.
she, but no, if she did put it out there, she tried to at one point, and guess what? People had to pay for it. Nobody paid for that shit. Nobody wanted to see that. We don't
She
saw her
didn't.
cool. We
She
don't
didn't
saw her
deliver anything.
She
She
still
didn't
has
deliver
it.
anything.
She didn't deliver
She
anything,
took.
but she still
There's
has it. Let me
some
say
people
this:
that did pay. She
don't
took their
nobody
money
want to
and she
see
didn't
that
deliver
shit.
anything. That's what happened.
But to be
Is
accused
the
of extra racist deadbeat, I'm sorry. I believe that alligator. I don't care what nobody say. I
well,
told
listen,
my stance why.
Militia, I appreciate it. My
You
coworker
welcome.
looking at me like I'm crazy because he's like,
No.
"What the hell are y'all talking about?" We both in the truck. I gotta get down the highway,
All
and I
right.
really appreciate you taking a moment.
You welcome. I'm finna end this live.
You have a great day.
All
And
right. You too.
I don't know how bad my audio was. I got a loud voice. Hopefully I wasn't blowing your eardrums out.
You wasn't.
Okay, that's good. But anyway, you have a great day, and I enjoy your channel.
Thank you.
All right, bye guys.
All right. Bye, y'all. I'm finna end it. Y'all don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.